All right. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to episode 14. B&B on the clock. It's your host, Coach Reg, and my co-host, the one and only JB the Kid One. Boy, you look like
What's
you on
up?
one already, cuz. What's going on?
Yeah, what's up? I'm good, man.
Yeah, man. So what's up, everybody, man? I hope everybody's had a great Thanksgiving. I hope all y'all saw our Thanksgiving episode, our pre-Thanksgiving episode. I know it went up kind of late. Sorry, holidays, work, a lot of stuff going on, so we got that episode up a little late, but we definitely did shoot one for y'all, and we are here again this week, back on the clock. So
Yes,
JB
sir.
the Kid One, how was your holiday? How was your week? Let's talk to the people.
You know what I'm saying? It was good. We had a nice little Thanksgiving here at the house or whatever. What else did we do? After that, it was time for Christmas. We ate. After that, it was time for Christmas. So it's real festive. We in the holiday spirit over here. You know what I'm saying? Working hard, get ready to close up the rest of the year, get ready for this long extended vacation away from the office. But yeah, it
Okay.
was pretty good.
Yeah, man, holiday was good, man. Thanksgiving was pretty dope. I got to go. I got to go run your pops crib. I got to go spend Thanksgiving with my family as well. Show my pops and my stepmom. All that was cool. All the kids was home. Now everybody's back on their respective playing fields and where they live at and where they at. So like work was work, man. It was another week. My basketball season started. We are officially 4-0 going into this week where we got 4 big games this week. Every game this week is a big game. We're playing a perennial powerhouse in our area in Penn Charter Tuesday night, which is probably the biggest game of the early season for us. It will be our biggest game. They are somewhere in the top 10 in the area as far as schools go, as far as girls basketball. We're right outside of that. We're like in the top 15 in rankings right now. Hopefully we can break that top 10 with a big win over them this week. We play another school called Crystal Ray, another good school. Then we'll play a prep school from out Allentown called Perkiomen. And then we play Marion Center, which is another private school on Sunday. So we got a big week this week, 4 games this week. We can't wait to get it going. I can't wait to see how my team reacts to this tough week. Our season is in full mode right now, man. So I know I sound like real scruffy because I do a lot of yelling during the games. I done lost my voice, trying to get it back at the same time, drinking a lot of tea and all that to get the voice back. But it ain't gonna happen no time soon. So this is how I'm gonna sound for the next couple shows. For the next couple months. It ain't gonna be the next couple shows, it'll be the next couple months.
Man.
But man, so we're gonna jump into this first topic of the day.
Yes,
First
sir.
topic of the day is our NBA top fives. We'll do top 5 players and top 5 teams in the league right now. This is not our greatest of all time. We are still saving that. That is an episode that will require probably a whole episode because the debate is going to get really heated. So we're going to table that. But we're top 5 NBA players today, top 5 NBA teams today. First, we'll start with the players. JB the Kid One, give me your top 5.
So I'm honestly going to do this by position. Just because it's kind of for me it's a little bit difficult. But as far as point guard, this is tough. This is really tough. But I think the best point guard in the league right now has to be. This is tough. This is really tough. I'm gonna have to say Chris Paul.
Okay.
Hands down, as you can see, the Suns were trash about 2 years ago, and now look at them. They just went off on 18 straight. I feel like that has a lot to do with Chris Paul, the hands down the best point guard. I feel like Ja Morant is up next, though. That's my guy. I'm a big fan of Ja Morant. Been following him since AAU, so kind of biased, but Yeah, Chris Paul, shooting guard. Now here is where it gets tricky because I got 3 players that I just don't know what to do. James Harden was like leading this race for a while. Now the rules change and it's not the same James Harden. He can't get going like he used to. So I think now he's had to learn how to adjust his game a little bit to go with the NBA rules. But it does go to show that once again, another player has got the rules changed in the NBA. But for a shooting guard, I honestly have to say that it goes off to Devin Booker right now. So
Wow, 2 Phoenix Suns on your list already? Okay.
Phoenix Suns.
So who you got a small forward? Now, who you got a small forward? So,
I don't even know.
like,
I
don't even know why I asked this question.
Yeah,
I don't know why I asked that question. Because I know who you're going to say. And go ahead and say
LeBron is the best small forward in the league, hands down. Like, we can make an argument that he's the best point guard, but we're not even going that far yet. But LeBron James is the best small forward. The reason why I say small forward because KD plays a forward this year. So if I had to choose, as much as I would love to say Giannis, KD is the most unguardable power forward or player right now in the league. Like he could do whatever he wants, get to his spot, pull up. He's 7 feet, handle a rock.
You see how you did that so you could fit LeBron on this list. You moved KD to the 4 so you could fit LeBron on this list. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh,
he
plays the 4 this year. He plays the 4 this year.
It's fine. Keep going.
Look on 2K. I better say he played the 4.
Keep going. Keep going.
Center. This is really interesting because now, what I did like my boy Joel Embiid came back for COVID and dropped a 40-piece nugget. Even though it was a loss, but he dropped a 40-piece nugget after having COVID. I don't know that. Like that doesn't scream best center in the league. I don't know what else does. But MVP Jokic is back too. Okay, he's out here doing Jokic things. But I might go do that. I just want to see your face. But I ain't going to do that. But nah, I respect like coming back from COVID for real, like legit, and then dropping 40-piece so easily like that. Like I thought that was pretty cool. Honorable mentions though, real quick. I would have to say I didn't mention this. It is not a slight to him. I might have to change out like Chris Paul. And that's what I said. I told you this are the best teams, but the Suns and the Warriors. But it's like Chris Paul and Stephen Curry are like 1A and 1B. I just like Chris Paul because like what he was able to do, and same thing with Steph Curry's having the same effect right now with his team. Like he can carry his team, and there's a whole bunch of rookies, 2-3 year players, and Draymond, right? So it's like Clay's not even back. That's the scary part. That's the real scary part. But honorable mention, I have to go to LaMelo Ball because that's my guy. That's my guy.
You know what? I actually thought you was going to pick him. I really did. I don't know why. I thought you
not for the best in the league. No,
I thought you were going to pick him in your top 5. I just knew you were.
Nah, but he's definitely honorable mention because you've seen what he's been doing. I'm mad he's going to be out for 10 days, though. He is must-see TV. That's my guy, boy.
Yes, he is.
And the other Ball brother doing well too. It's just crazy. Yes. We're gonna talk about this, but
hold that thought. So my top 5 players. We're doing it by position, right? Okay, so by position. At point guard, I'll say point guard for last. I'm gonna say point guard last. At center, I got Joel Embiid. It's not a question. It's not a conversation.
Not even for debate.
It's not even up for debate. It's the best center in the league, period. Yes. At the 4, I got I don't consider that the 4, so I'm not saying he's the 4. So at the 4, the best 4, I want to say Anthony Davis is the best 4 in basketball.
He's better than you think right now that Anthony Davis is better than
Oh, no. I take that back. The Greek Freak is 4. Greek Freak is the 4. He's the best
Now,
four in basketball.
disclaimer, guys, because for all the right now, AD is not playing up to where he should be. That's why Giannis is taking the cup. I'm just saying, because AD technically is better, but he's not playing like that. So prove me otherwise, you might get your spot back because Giannis is running away right now.
Giannis is the best. Giannis is the best four in basketball, period. Best four. Now, for me, the best three is Kevin Durant. And he's the best player in basketball, period.
Oh, my goodness.
So, y'all can say what y'all want, but that man is unguardable. He does whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants. For me, best player in basketball. Unguardable. At shooting guard, it's where it gets a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting guard gets a little tricky for me. Because if we just going off of this season and not career body of work,
Mm-hmm.
I got Zach LaVine. I got Zach LaVine off the Bulls. I got Zach. Zach getting busy. I got Zach. I know a lot of people will look at me like, what you mean you pick Zach LaVine? James Harden ain't playing like James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
I like D-Book a lot. Everybody knows how I feel about D-Book. I've been feeling like this about D-Book since he got drafted. I thought the Sixers should have drafted him. Listen, but I've also been feeling this way about Zach LaVine for a long time too. And anybody who knows I like Zach LaVine. I think Zach LaVine is a walking bucket. And what he did last night, he went off on Brooklyn. He got busy. I got Zach LaVine. At point, I got Mr. Curry. Yeah, I'm not going against Mr. Curry right now. Like, he probably gonna win League MVP this year. Even with Clay coming back, Steph's probably gonna win League MVP again. Like,
that's interesting because I don't know if that's a lock right now for Curry. So right now, I don't think that's a lock. I can make the argument that Chris Paul has the MVP.
you can make that argument. I'm not saying you can't. I'm a big Chris Paul. I'm a big point guard fan. He's the point guy. Like, I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of Chris Paul. Like, now, what was you about to say about Zach? Go ahead. What was you about to say? Because I know you was over that in.
Right. This season, he's not better than Devin Booker. But he's most improved player from last year.
Zach's baller. He's my pick as shooting guard right now. I'm a big Zach fan. So, top 5 teams, starting with number 5, working our way up. You want me to go first or you want to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Okay. At number 5, I got the Chicago Bulls at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Got Chicago Bulls at 5. I like their team.
Absolutely.
I like their team. I think they're really, really good. I think all the additions they made, Vucevic is a great piece in the middle. DeRozan and LaVine play off each other so well. I mean, they even got Lonzo looking like a stud. And they got the boy coming off the bench, the great white hope, Alex Caruso. Listen, I like him. I like him a lot. I like the Bulls a lot. At 4, oh shit, Devontae Freeman got me a touchdown. Sorry, I'm playing fantasy too, people. Don't hold me here. At 4, I got gotta go with the champs, the Bucks. Gotta go with the Bucks. They still the champ. They still the defending champs. Giannis is playing well. Chris Middleton's just coming back. Drew Holiday's Drew Holiday. They bench is about to get even more deeper once other guys start coming back off an injury. I still like the Bucks. I think the Bucks are a good team. At 3, I got the Brooklyn Nets. At 3, I got the Brooklyn Nets. And they are at 3 because the top 2 teams, I can't really pick 1 and 2. But at 3, I got Brooklyn. Listen, if Kyrie ever decides to play this year, Brooklyn goes from 3-1 that fast because they just become completely unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
At 2, I wish this was a little bit more easier for me, but I'm gonna go to Warriors at 2, and I'm gonna explain why. Well, even though the Warriors just beat the Suns a couple of nights ago, but the Suns beat the Warriors earlier this week.
Yeah.
So it's a push. But the Warriors are still waiting for Klay to come back and Wiseman to come back. Where the Suns have their roster and the Suns look more complete with the point guard, Ayton, and Book. So I got the Suns 1. I think the Suns are a more complete team right now, and they weren't a fluke last year like people tried to make them out to be, saying that, they only got to the finals because certain teams had injuries in the playoffs. Now, they got to the finals because that team was really good, and all they did was expand on that, and they got great coaching. And they got very good coaching. So, Suns, Warriors, I can see that as the Western Conference Finals. I can see Bucks. I can see Nets, Bucks. I can see Nets, Bulls. I can see Bucks, Bulls. All as Eastern Conference Finals as well. I know it's still early in the season. We haven't even got to Christmas yet, but those are my top 5s. Let's see yours, Cass. Let's see what you got here.
At number 5, I had the Hornets. I just like the way they play. I feel like they probably got the blueprint. LaMelo has taken like another step. I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna hit a wall this season. I ain't gonna flex. I didn't see this. Miles Bridges finally coming into the play. I thought he was gonna be coming out of Michigan State. Whatever. Just the team is built around LaMelo. I like how the team is built. I don't feel like they're gonna go deep in the playoffs. Well, anything is possible. Like you said, not even Christmas yet, but just the way they started, whatever. And LaMelo has moved into like the top 15, top 10 for MVP talk. This shows how much him being out, how. So I just feel like in the East, they can make some noise this year. And me growing up in Charlotte for a little bit, it's just finally Hornets are back. So I look. Number 4, I got the Bulls. Like you said, for all the same reasons. I feel like, not to put too much on Lonzo, but Lonzo, I think he found his team. The way this team,
yeah.
And I know we're gonna talk about this later, but LeVar called it put your son in a team where it's high tempo, and you can just ball out or whatever. And that's what he did. He just hit a clutch jumper for somebody that had a broke jumper coming out of college. He had a clutch jumper the other night to beat the Nets. But yeah, so that's 4 and 5. Number 3, I have the Bucks just because they're the defending champs. I can't sleep on them. Giannis is that guy. Their team is deep, good coaching. I have the Suns at number 2 just because I feel like they're a really good regular season team. I just don't really see them going all the way to the Western Conference Finals again this year. If they do, I would be surprised. I would because Monty Williams is a hell of a coach. Chris CP3, he's tasted it. He knows how to get there now. So I wouldn't put it past him or whatever. But I'll put the Warriors number 1 just because they're doing all this without Klay and Wiseman. Let that sink in. All our Warriors teams have been centered around Klay Thompson and Steph Curry being in the backcourt. We got people named Jordan Poole, 2 rookies. One's in the G League right now. We got rookie, the little random 3-point shooter, and they got Draymond. I guess it's randoms right now. And it's a well-oiled machine. So I just want to say the Warriors, they only have their important players yet. And just imagine, they're I think somebody said it on one of these sports shows, Draymond said it, they're rebuilding and maintain it at the same time almost. So you're bringing in pieces that you drafted high. You got pieces in there, really solid, good role players or whatever. Like you're doing this as like Andrew Wiggins is your three. Like no shades of Andrew, but yeah. Unlike Reggie, I don't really have the Brooklyn Nets right now in my top five, maybe number six, just because without Kyrie, I don't feel like they do anything. To be honest with you, like I didn't think Kyrie would make them hurt this much, but like they've been losing some games that like if they had Kyrie, it wouldn't be even a question. Like you said, I say that they were number one. If Kyrie was here, they would be the number one team. Because what are you gonna do with Kyrie? What are you gonna do with James Harden? What are you gonna do with KD? And then like their bench is not deep. Like everybody makes them seem like this is a real big, deep team. They're really not that deep. They got the ball, Joe Harris, and that one center, and that's it. That's important, I should say. But yeah, so I don't have the Nets. I don't even have my Lakers right now. They're the top 10. But the reason why I say I don't see the Lakers really doing anything crazy, maybe get them maybe 5, 6 seeds, but everybody knows playoff LeBron is different. So I will see. And I see like I told everybody, I think the best signing we did was sign Carmelo. Wouldn't be surprised to see if they trade away Russell Westbrook or fire Frank Vogel. I don't know which one's gonna come first, but
So there is a proposed 3-team deal between the Lakers, Sixers,
keep Ben Simmons. I don't want him.
and was it the Kings or Indiana? It's one of those two teams. I think it's the Kings. I don't want Russ. The fuck I want Russ here for?
I don't want
Oh no,
Russ.
y'all always hype about Russ coming to LA to start the season.
Hold up, wait a minute. I was hyped. I'm not gonna sit here and say I wasn't. I was hyped, but I like my boy Sharp said, it looks good. He come back home, whatever, but he's not the natural fit. Like he's not a natural fit. Everybody knows to play. Everybody that play with LeBron. LeBron, natural fit is somebody that create their own shot. Who doesn't need the ball to play, and that's a natural. If it was up to me, I would have messed around and pulled that. I would have thrown everything I had to go get Damian Lillard. That would have happened.
Okay.
So that's me because like Damian Lillard, he doesn't need the ball. Him and LeBron can play. I just don't. Me personally, I don't see. Russ is a great point guard. I just don't see. He's not the point guard for LeBron. Give me somebody that plays like Kyrie, Damian Lillard.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Listen. I haven't. I didn't think Russ was a good fit when they said it. When they said it, I didn't think Russ was a good fit. So, still don't think he's a good fit right now. But to each his own. Everybody learns and everybody does what they do. I like your five. I still think Brooklyn should probably be in that spot. I think Brooklyn should be in there over the Hornets, who are. The Hornets are the 8th seed right now, and the Nets are the 1 seed. But that's your list. You gotta stand by it. I'm just looking at the Hornets like their record is 13-11. The Nets 16-7. I mean,
well, my list is because I don't like KD. So,
oh my God! And why don't you like KD?
because I hate like the fact that everybody says like. We're going to talk about this probably another episode, but everybody makes it seem like he's better than LeBron, right? And I never understood, honestly, like if I pull up LeBron's resume, like KD has never, ever had averaged more than both, like or for all players on both teams in a playoff series. Like that's never happened for KD, ever. I'm talking about points, rebounds, blocks, steals, the whole nine. KD is the most offensively, he is the most unguardable player. Got you. LeBron is the complete package. That's a fact. I can't. That's why I never understood like the Jordan versus LeBron argument because to me it has never made sense because LeBron is a more complete player than Michael Jordan was. Well,
Here we go with the bullshit. Here we go with the bullshit. Oh my God, here we go with the bullshit. You know what? Here we go with the bullshit. Here
I
we
will say this.
go with here we go with the
I will
bullshit.
say this. I will say this.
Oh my God.
This is a fact. Real rap. This is a fact. Defensively, I don't think there was any. It's never been an argument, at least in my mind, that Jordan was a way, 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 way better defender than LeBron was.
How you gonna call LeBron? How you gonna call LeBron a complete player if he can't play defense?
So LeBron never played defense his whole career. That's what we're going with, because he definitely was snubbed when Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year. That's a fact. Everybody knows that. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? So you should have won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, right?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like everybody's like, oh, LeBron can't play defense, but defensively,
you said he's a more complete player. You just said he's the most complete player over the greatest player to ever lace them up.
I have a question. I have a question. I
gotta take the deep breaths in because this right here, like I don't get you guys. I'm gonna break it down. Like I don't get you guys who only saw Jordan in a Wizards uniform who say this bullshit.
I'm not saying I'm going off of each statistic. Who's the better scorer? LeBron. I mean, LeBron. Michael Jordan has that. Michael Jordan is a better scorer. I'll give you that. Even though legit, I feel like this is my personal opinion. I don't care what nobody said. If LeBron wanted to, I feel like he could lead the league in scoring.
You know the key words in that sentence was. Here's the key words in that sentence. I want you to hear your key words. That big word is an if. That's the
absolutely.
If.
Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying like that's why I said like.
So do you think LeBron? Let me ask this question because your favorite player is who? So I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna preface this question. Your favorite player is Kobe, right?
Absolutely.
You think LeBron better than Kobe? So wait. If you go in there, how do you put LeBron over MJ? If you think Kobe is better than LeBron,
so here's the thing. Hold up.
And MJ is the originator. Hold on, now we gonna go here. MJ is the originator. The fadeaway that you love, that style, all that. That's MJ.
Okay.
Kobe's the carbon copy.
Okay.
How do you pick LeBron over him? How do you pick LeBron over the originator if you're about to say to me that Kobe's better than LeBron? I'm waiting.
Okay, I will make sure.
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Waiting.
So Kobe is my favorite player. I'm biased one because I'm a Lakers fan. So let's get that clear.
They both Lakers.
Now, anyway, so Kobe,
they both Lakers.
Well, hold up.
He won a championship for the Lakers, so they both Lakers.
All right, cool. So Ben Simmons is the greatest point guard that ever laid him up on a Sixers uniform.
I don't even think Ben Simmons is.
All right, so shut your mouth because you already know. Don't ever disrespect Kobe like he's not the Mr. OG Laker. Don't ever do that again.
Wait. You just try to use your love as a Laker fan as your reason for why you about to pick Kobe. They both Lakers.
No, if you didn't let me finish, you just kept on cutting me off.
They both Lakers.
Listen. Mm-hmm. I know you have a hard time listening, but listen.
Listen.
So the reason I'm not. The reason why I fell in love with Kobe is because I was a Lakers fan and Kobe started winning this chip. That was a fact. The better player overall is LeBron. LeBron was definitely more athletic than Kobe Bryant was. That's a fact. Please say he wasn't. He wasn't.
I'm listening. I'm not talking. I'm listening.
Kobe came to grip at basketball.
You told me to listen.
Grip at basketball. So like anyway.
You told me to listen.
Off the strength and athleticism, and nobody has kept legit. And this is I don't care what nobody says. Nobody has come at the age that LeBron came in with a target that big of his back and put on to day one. Nobody. You name me one person that came out of high school like that with a target that big on his back.
I want to raise my hand. I hope that thing come up. Yeah, that circle come up. Okay, I want to raise my hand.
Oh,
so,
let me see.
So I want to say this. LeBron came into a situation where he had to play. Came into a situation where he had to play. He was the number one pick, most hyped, went to his hometown. He had to play.
He's the greatest number one overall ever.
Kobe Bryant didn't come into that. He wasn't the number one pick.
Absolutely not. I'm just saying, like,
Coach really didn't want him on his team.
Man, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I just found that out like 2 years ago. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't know that. Like, I knew it was like, I knew it was like, it was crazy. Yeah, I heard that whole story. That was wild to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you got a coach that didn't want him, and he wasn't wanted in that uniform, and they didn't play him. Do you imagine what Kobe's numbers would have been if he played his first 2 years?
I ain't gonna hold you.
So again,
I don't think. Real rap. I don't think Kobe would have had LeBron-esque numbers his first year. Oh snap, my God!
Oh yeah, so I'm happy we having this conversation because one of my guys is coming on for him to get in here. But again, I still feel like if he played them 2 years,
I don't think he would have had LeBron numbers. Or he would have put it on, but I don't think it would have been like something crazy because you remember the team still had Eddie Jones still. You know what I'm saying? They still had like stars. I won't say superstar, but they had stars still.
Right.
So back in the day, it was like you got to work for yours. Like you got to earn yours. So I don't think like LeBron came in and like you said, it was like, bro, your next person was Larry Hughes and Boobie Gibson and Delonte West and Ilgauskas. Like that was your team. So you knew you were better than everybody on that team. So it was your team. Like you said, number one over, but came home. You already signed the biggest Nike deal since Nike started. Like, it was like, my guy, what's happening with you?
Hey, welcome to the pod. We having this conversation. It
was totally off script.
Yeah, this is off script. We were talking NBA top fives, players and teams, and then he made a statement that made me throw my headphones because he just said that LeBron James is the most complete player ever and is better than the GOAT.
Not better
than that. So stop putting words in my mouth. See, I knew you were going to do that.
Should have cut me off then.
I said LeBron James has been the most complete player in the history of the game. Legit. Nobody's going. He could, first of all, when he was back at his prime, Miami days, he could guard 1 through 5. He could score, rebound. He could guard. Who was he not guarding?
He's not guarding 5.
He was
guard 5 with success. That y'all kick that narrative and it's BS.
No,
what 5 can you leave him on? What 5 can you leave him on for multiple possessions?
But what 5 can you
leave him on for multiple possessions?
He could guard it. I'm not saying he's
okay. I can guard a 5.
So, what player right now could guard 1 through 5 in the league right now successfully? Because LeBron did it successfully
on multiple possessions. I could put Paul George on 1 through 5 for 2 possessions.
What? For 2 possessions. George?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
I love it.
For 2 possessions? Yes, I can. For 2 possessions.
What center? Because he's not guarding Joel Embiid for 2 possessions. I'll tell you that.
You think Bron can?
He would do a better fight than Paul George.
He can't, though. He could do it better, but he can't stop him. Next.
What's y'all MVP's name? Jokic? That's your guy, Rich.
He could guard Jokic for 2 possessions. 2 possessions. And then after that, he's gonna get baked. Just like Bron would.
You know what?
Now I'm saying back in LeBron's heyday, I don't count now.
LeBron was definitely locking it down. That 5 thing is overblown because they put him on a couple of small 5s. Like, cut it out. Cut it out.
Okay.
Putting him on Ben Wallace and saying he could guard 1 through 5. Cut it out.
First of all, I never said that. I'm a Ben Wallace fan, so I'm biased. I ain't gonna lie. Ben Wallace throw elbows, so I ain't gonna lie. So it's not too many people wanting to smoke with Ben Wallace.
But you're not out there to score.
But then again, too, like I
That's
don't know.
what I'm saying. The 5 that we was putting Brown on, when we say guard 1 through 5, let's talk about the 5s that they put him on. Did they leave him on Pau Gasol? Hell no. Did they leave him on Marc Gasol? Hell no.
First of all, you could like never mind. That's another. I don't like Paul Gasol, even though he wanted to help us win 2 chips. I was never a fan of Paul Gasol. I just got mad all over again. Hey, but listen, so what I was
mad right now because you just
what I was saying,
started this conversation.
But listen, all right, so how's it bull? Like
1 through 4.
LeBron, I mean, Jordan wasn't out rebounded LeBron.
That's a fact.
He's not a better passer than LeBron.
That's a fact.
So, I mean, like when it comes to y'all be like, oh, he's a better scorer. Okay, first of all, we watched some highlights of Jordan. Let's be real. It was only about a couple teams or whatever that legit could stop Jordan. Everybody else was like letting him do whatever he wanted.
Letting? Or they didn't have no options.
But do you see the come on, let's be real. Let's see the competition. You seen the competition back then. Y'all seen the competition. It was we can name it like there was like maybe 4 teams legit that gave Jordan like legit. All right, we gotta get it real. But like who I'm trying to think of the teams.
I just want to point out that modern day players.
Everybody else had to play against the same competition, right?
So wait, I just want to point out there's people that were in the league when 40-year-old Mike was in the league, right? And these guys even say at 40, he was still better than everybody else.
Didn't he score 40 as a 40-year-old?
I thought Wizards Mike averaged 22.2 a game to be correct. I thought Wizards Mike still was a fucking walking bucket. I'm missing something because this guys that played in the league, who you guys talk about, super athletic.
Wasn't T-Mac playing during Mike's Wizards run?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He said he was unguardable. He said he was unguardable.
Houston T-Mac?
So did Q Richardson. So did Cole. Cole said,
I'm about to say, didn't he get out on Kobe? Don't get me wrong, Kobe got his revenge. But didn't he
Kobe
get out
got his revenge? Cole got his revenge. But Kobe even said, like, yo, he still was unguardable. He still was the same Mike. Mm-hmm. It hadn't changed from the first time he played it.
I won't even say he was the same Mike. I won't tell that lie. Clearly, he wasn't the same Mike, but he was still that good.
But that mentality was there. That mentality was still there.
To 40 years old for him, he was still that good.
So I just wait right now. What year is LeBron in?
19.
Yeah, he's still not a walking bucket. Still.
No, he's very good.
He's the walking bucket. I just don't feel like he's the best player in the league. I don't feel like he's the best player in the league, and I don't think he's the greatest of all time. I don't have those 2 things. I don't have.
So I have a question. Legit, if he like what I feel like it's biased because you had your mind made up, which is fair because I feel like at this point, like legit, ain't nobody can pass what Kobe did for LA. That's a fact. I think Kobe's the greatest Laker of all time. I don't give a fuck what LeBron did in the bubble, huh?
You don't think nobody can pass what Kobe did for LA?
Absolutely not. I'm a Magic Johnson. I love everything. Like I bleed purple and gold, but like Magic Johnson even said Kobe's the best Laker of all time. Shaq came in, but like for say 20 years, you bring 5 chips for everything he did for LA, it's never gonna be done. Like he's an LA kid. So that's why I always say like Kobe's the greatest Laker of all time. Like he was born in LA. Yeah, he was born in LA, got traded drafted night, traded, whatever. But his whole career was in LA. Just like Tim Duncan, you think of Spurs basketball. So it's like Magic and then Kobe, because Magic spent his whole career there. Kobe spent his whole career there. My boy, what's the name? Kareem, you know what I'm saying? Like he came from the Bucks. Like all these other players came from everywhere else. So it's like LeBron, you came from 2 other teams. So I can't even give you the greatest Laker. But even though I appreciate we just had this, what you call it though, I feel like when it's all said and done, LeBron's career could go as long as he wants it to, because he's the longest one
No
that
can't.
has it. You don't think so? How many more years you say he got? I
I
say
really
easy
think-
two.
I think I'm about to say I feel like we're seeing that he has 2 left at really good performance. He could play for 4 more if he wants. If you want to see the drop off version, if we want to see the part where his skills,
I'm about to say,
he
knowing
could play for
LeBron
4
though,
more.
I'm about to say knowing LeBron, I don't think he's gonna let us see the drop off version.
And I don't think he should. I
A
don't
real
think
rap.
he should.
I've been
His
that's my argument with a lot
greatness
of people.
shouldn't allow us to see that. His greatness should not
It
allow
ain't
us
about
to see
greatness.
that.
His body is breaking down now. His
Yeah,
body
I'm about
is
to say at
breaking
this
down
point,
now. You
like,
see it. Missing
yeah, I'm
game
about to
after
say-
game, chunks of the game every season now.
I'm about to say,
That
man.
year with the bubble, he needed that time off. AD
Man.
needed that time off.
man.
Mr. Glass. You know how I feel
Listen.
about Mr. Glass.
They
Nigga
needed
always
that
say-
time off.
You know, I had AD pissed me off, though.
And Father Time is coming to collect all that Brian owes him.
We'll see. I just feel like that's one person that can, between him
He's
and
not
Tom
even
Brady.
having one nagging injury, bro. Like that's the scary part. He's not having one nagging injury. It's like 4 different Jones.
But like, here's the thing. I feel like too, LeBron is up here with it. I feel like LeBron's. I don't think it's as bad as he makes it seem. Like, you remember, like, legit when he rolled his ankle last year, that he got back up, hit that 3, that he decided to go out all of a sudden. Like, LeBron be calculating certain things. That's probably like, I
Oh,
don't
for sure.
know.
For
'Cause
sure.
I don't know how
But it's
bad
because
these injuries are.
I don't think so much that they're bad. I just think that he doesn't, like you said, he doesn't want us to see the fall off run.
Mhm.
Like I think he
Yeah.
could play through most of these injuries.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's just that he knows if he does, the risk of really getting that injury that takes everything out, that takes his athleticism out of it, it's not worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. That part. I've had this argument. I'm like, look, LeBron got us out 2 years. After that, bro, it's time to rebuild, because I don't know what's going to happen. Because, damn.
It's going to be AD's team.
Well, it's time to get Deuce ready. Start lacing them up then. That's what that sounds like.
Contractually, that's the look of it. When you look at the contract, it's going to be AD's
I
team.
agree. No, I'm about to say. I
Russ
agree
ain't
that
going to
part,
be there.
but
Russ going to get
absolutely
traded.
not. I literally just said
Again.
that. I was like, I would be surprised. I would not be surprised. Look, LeBron be like, you know what? I fucked up. That's on me. My bad. You know what? I'd heard what y'all said, but I didn't believe it. Yeah, because this ain't. I'm so mad.
Yeah. Listen, I still feel like KD's the best player in the league right now. That's who I got. Nah, you know what? Since you joined us, before we do your introduction, you can give us your top 5 player, top 5 team. We did it by position. So
Okay. Top 5 player by position.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Steph at the point. We got 2.
Mhm.
2 is kind of funky.
2 is
Yeah.
funky. Our two's different. Our whole list different, to be honest, but our two's really different.
I'm gonna put Devin Booker as the placeholder for the 2 right now.
You sound like
For the
us
3,
over here.
For the 3, I got
common
KD.
sense.
For the 3, I got KD. For the 4, I got Bron, and for the 5, I got Joel.
See, look, I see.
So
See how
his
you
4
flip
was
it?
Brian. His 4 was Brian.
See, so I flipped it. So my three was Bron and KD was my 4. But I was telling him, like, well, you play on 2K, KD is definitely the 4. So I was trying to tell him, like, he's listed as the 4 this year or whatever, for some odd reason. I don't know why,
Okay.
but he's listed as a 4. So
I
I'm
had
going off of
KD at
that.
the 3.
That's the way Brooklyn's lineup probably is.
Exactly.
I had KD at the 3, and I had Giannis at the 4. Brian doesn't make my list.
Man, you know what? Carmelo better than KD. So what's up? What's up?
Yeah, don't
Upon
do
further review, I
Listen,
had to
Bron-
make that substitution. I got to put Giannis at the 4. Oh, gotta take Brown off.
Whoa.
I had Joel at the 5. I had Joel at the
Joel
5.
at the 5, clearly. No question.
Clearly.
No question.
But I had Steph at the 1. He had CP at the 1.
I'm definitely cool with CP at the 1.
Yeah.
I'm definitely cool with CP at the 1. I just
So,
think
yeah.
Steph going crazy right now.
Oh, he had at the 2. He had D Book. I had Zach LaVine at the 2. I love the way Zach is playing this year. We going off of just this year, not off history this year.
Oh,
I got Zach.
If it's just
I
this
got
year,
Zach.
I don't know between Steph and CP, but I'm gonna give CP the nod for the run that the Suns is going on. If we going just this year, I'm gonna give CP for the nod for the runs that the Suns was going on.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep Book. I'm gonna keep Book at the 2.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with keeping Book at the 2. So your top 5 teams, and then we'll tell you our top 5 teams. Top 5 teams, I'm ready to fight.
So top 5 teams, gotta go with the Warriors.
Well, start at 5 and work your way up.
Okay. So let's see. Let's go. Going back from 5.
5 up to 1.
Muy interesante. Hold on. Let me think who's all of my 5 right there.
No, go ahead. I mean, we'll give you a refresher on who ours was then. So mine was top 5. Top 5. I had the Bulls. Who I have at 4?
I don't know.
Oh, Bucks. I had Bulls, Bucks.
Yeah.
I had Bulls, Bucks, Nets, Warriors, Suns.
And I had
Yeah, his shit, dog. Listen, I ain't go all the way in on his shit like I wanted to. I let him have it.
Okay. So I had the Hornets at number 5. All right. Then I had
Oh, nigga. Go ahead.
I had the Hornets at number 5. I had the Bulls at number 4. I had the Bucks at number 3. Then I had the Suns at number 2 and the Warriors at number 1.
No Nets.
Now I'm gonna go with all right. So I will go with the Sixers at 5.
Ooh.
I will go with, and I'm gonna explain that one. I'm gonna go with the Bucks for 4. I'm gonna go with the Bulls for 3. I will go with the Warriors for 2, and I will go with the Suns for 1.
You guys play number 5.
So number 5, I feel like they are still a better team than the Nets.
Okay.
I feel like they are better than the Hornets. I feel like they are better than most people are going to find for a number 5 when you have everything together. Like you just getting Embiid back. You know what I'm saying? But before Embiid went out with coronavirus, that team was looking like a top 3 team.
You're right.
Absolutely.
You're right.
So I think it's just about regelling, and they're going to go back on their run. And I think what they have is more sustainable than what the Nets could put together. So that's why I have them at number 5.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Not to mention they bound to improve after this trade get done.
Very true, sir. Very true.
All right, so we have a special guest. We jumped him right in. I need to let him introduce himself. So, brother, coach your favorite coach's favorite coach. Please introduce yourself to everybody on the show today.
Yes, sir.
What up, everybody? First and foremost, brother, thanks for having me back. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be back with y'all once again. Still can't wait to have both of y'all on our platform, man. I know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But this is, as he said, your favorite coach's favorite coach, the Fat Freckle guy himself. You feel me? Fat Riley, you know what I'm saying? Stephen Fatson, I want all the smoke. You dig me? You know what I mean? Splash Charles, as they know me, on my podcast. Once again, from the Two Kings 2 and 5 podcast. One half, the other half is Ace. He ain't on this one, but shout out to A.C.E. That's my brother. That's who he be. Thanks again for having me back, y'all.
Well, thank you again. Thank you for taking time out to come back on the show again, making your second appearance on the show. Oh, man. So here we go. The reason why we really got you here is for this topic that we're about to jump into right now. Moving right along on the clock. We talking about dads. So we talking about two of the most famous dads right now, LeVar Ball and the man who just had a movie released about him, King Richard himself, Richard Williams. So the topic is, which dad had the better plan? You know, like, and who do you think children are the most successful?
Oh, it's easy. King Richard. It's easy.
King Richard?
Richard.
Mr. Butler, you got something to say?
He got first and foremost, he got a movie. Okay.
LeVar Ball got a shoe. That was playing. I'm just playing.
He got a movie made about him because of his daughters.
Absolutely. No. So what Reggie
because of the
that,
success that they've had, he has one daughter that's arguably the GOAT of her sport.
I said the same. Boy, see, Reggie, you be playing. Hey, so look, so side note, I said all of this because Reggie didn't tell me what the real question was. He was like that you don't like LeVar Ball, and I'm like the biggest LeVar Ball fan.
We're gonna jump into that part though.
We definitely gonna get into that.
I was like,
wait,
so when he said that, I was like, bro, that's a no-brainer. I was like, that's no brainer. King Richard obviously
we're gonna
is the
jump
winner.
into that part. Wait,
clearly, right?
We clearly haven't even touched the surface of this whole topic. Like we still got. There's a whole.
He sound like he got
section.
something up his sleeve, yo.
Oh,
he sound like
he
got something up his sleeve.
Wait, this is just the surface. We still got to dig a little bit. So go ahead and say your part about
nigga, man. You gotta watch some Crash Them Aries niggas, you gotta watch them.
Oh, shit.
They always.
So listen. So go ahead. What you was about to say? Because we had this conversation earlier about King Richard. We definitely did.
Yeah.
And I feel like he produced two of the greatest women tennis players that ever walked the face of this earth.
Yeah.
I mean, one is arguably the greatest player of all time, and the other one is a great in her own right.
Certified.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, like, so I definitely believe King Richard definitely set the table high for any other dad who wanted to try to have a plan for their kid to be successful in sports. He set the table extremely high.
Now I will say this though. I will say this before you continue. The difference I feel like too is when it came to the eras, right? So LeVar Ball played to the era that he was given perfectly. You would never hear of a brother trio winning state championships like they did at Cheeto Hill. Just like crazy like that with the national publicity that all came from him. He started Triple B off the backs of his kids. That went as much as we like, oh, you paying too much. Hey, he got his money off of it. He made money. His kids were the first kids that had their own designer sneaker, legit, coming out of like high school or whatever. Even though they were trash ass sneakers, they cost too much. That had nothing to do with it. It's the fact that they were the first ones to do it. And people bought them. Like Celeste bought them. People actually bought these sneakers. Did I do it? Absolutely not. But people actually bought this stuff. Right, so that on top of like the path, we all criticize him for taking LaMelo out of college and going to play overseas.
So hold that point, because that's going into what I want to talk about. So hold that point, because you about to jump right in on my joint. See, I told you. You be moving too fast sometimes. Got to slow it down. So we got to slow it down and pod a little bit. So
come on, conceited. Come on.
slow it down. So here's my question with LeVar. Do you think that all the marketing that he did and getting his kids to the league, do you think it helped get his kids to the league in a successful way?
No. I think his marketing helped in terms of Zoe. It helped him get pick number 2. I'll give him credit for that. His marketing got Zoe pick number 2. Because if you have a redraft, he doesn't go number 2. He might not go top 5. His marketing got him drafted by the Lakers. Plain and simple. No denying it. I can't take that from LeVar Ball if I try.
Okay.
unquestionable. But it did not get his kids into the league. His son got into the league because he was one of the best players. That had nothing to do with marketing. You want to give him credit for being a good trainer? Sure. The skills. He was like the best point guard, arguably the best point guard in his class. You saw him at UCLA.
Okay.
Marketing or not.
So you think he was better? So you think he was better than De'Aaron Fox?
No, I said one of.
Okay. Okay. I had to ask.
One of.
We're having a conversation. Oh, but I see your face. I see your face up there.
Yeah, no, he was going to get drafted. And he was still going to be lottery if you keep it 100. He was still going to be a lottery pick. He just wouldn't have went top 5. I don't think that had to do with marketing. I think that had to do with the sweat equity that he put in with his kids while they deserve to be in the NBA now. And I'm going to speak a little later on that whole LaMelo situation after the brother Jamar speaks, because he definitely got something he want to get off his chest.
Go ahead. Now you can finish this soliloquy.
Absolutely. God, dog. Okay, so look. So first of all, I do agree. The marketing that he did with Lonzo, I had never, ever seen it in my lifetime. Ever. That was crazy. Like the way he went on ESPN and Fox and hyped him up or whatever. Even talking to him like, while he was in college, he was like boosting him up. Granted, Lonzo played his behind off, except when he got dropped 41 on by De'Aaron Fox. He did everything right for UCLA that whole season. So, like, when people were like, who was the better point guard? De'Aaron Fox was not the better point guard coming out of college. I'm sorry to say it, but he was not the better point guard. Lonzo had TJ Leaf as his running mate. Okay, let's put that in perspective. TJ Leaf was his running mate. Okay?
But college TJ Leaf was legit.
Trash. Take him out. He was garbage. Trash on Tuesday. Garbage. Like, no, absolutely not. TJ Leaf is where in the probably in the G League somewhere. like that's what I'm saying. De'Aaron Fox had a stacked Kentucky team.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it was him and Bam and Adebayo, I think, that were coming out. So like that was a dope Kentucky team. De'Aaron Fox just had like that kill switch. You talking Lonzo got talked up. He wanted to put us to end the conversation real quick, and he went off on him. Hey, look, it happened. Like, you got talked up. Put up or shut up. So Lonzo learned a valuable lesson that your dad runs his mouth too much, and you got to show up regardless, because your dad out here talking reckless.
And Lonzo got several of those because of his pop.
Oh, absolutely. No, the first
he
night
came to the NBA, he got more.
Patrick Beverly, like first night.
Oh my God! Second game,
Black
night. Air Force energy.
Man, one of my favorite games. I ain't gonna lie. I play with Black Air Force energy, so me and Patrick right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's my dog too. I can't even hold you.
Nigga said Black Air Force energy.
Nah, real rap though. Like
he's really a Black Air Force guy.
Like
he's
he is. He's
a living Black Air Force One, dog.
I'm about to say, everybody ever see me on the court, I'm coming with it. Anyway, so but nah, like I still think he goes top 5 because people needed a point guard.
That's true.
I just feel, you know what I'm saying? I got to think of the needs at that time too. Now, because he's an LA kid, you know what I'm saying? He's an LA kid, that marketing helped out a whole lot. Like you all remember the press tour. Like that was, like I said, he was on it or whatever. And then everything he put out, absolutely. As the plan, going back to your original question, who had a better plan? I feel like at this era, having 3 Ball brothers, Triple B, big baller brand, you had 3 kids play basketball, the way they played or whatever. And he's always been like that about the kids since they were in high school. And I'm about to say, just for reference, I was living on the West Coast when these dudes were in high school or whatever. So you just kept on hearing about the Ball brothers. First of all, LaMelo was like yay high. You know what I'm saying? So it was all about Lonzo. I don't know if y'all remember when Lonzo hit that crossover and it helped the ball up after that, where it went wild. So like, you got to remember this was happening for a while. So like I always say, like, if I had the better plan and he knew where he went, all the kids were supposed to go to UCLA. Yeah, I remember the original plan. All his kids was to go to UCLA or whatever. Everybody supposed to say LA centric, and the plan was to get all of them on the Lakers. I don't know how that was going to happen, but that was the original plan.
But that was also part of the plan.
Yeah, nah. So I would say, I ain't gonna lie, Jello messed up the plan. Let's be real. Keep it a bean. Jello messed it up. You don't go to China and rob somebody. Like I don't think that was part of the plan. But after that, if I'm LeBron, I'm taking you out of college too. You ain't gonna do the same shit. You ain't gonna be like your brother. Come on. We go homeschool. Wait about to fool me once, goddammit. Hey,
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. No.
yeah, absolutely. So I feel like that. I think for him, the way he adjusted his plan, man, so going back to plan, I feel like LeVar was marketed, but he did have a vision. And I feel like he went about it until you get that hiccup at the road that he had a legit, that went off course like a motherfucker. Like, whew. But he picked it up. Now Joe picking up the pieces. Next question.
Wait, cuz you said you had something to say on that.
Yeah, so like you said, with things going off course, because Jello did throw the plan off. I still to this moment don't know why LeVar didn't leave him at UCLA. I get he wanted to have him play and he wanted him to be seen, but you took him, put him in Lithuania, and yeah, he was seen down bad. Like, what's the point in saying, oh, I need my kid to be seen if he's not going to be seen in his best light? You could have had him doing those pro workouts that all these kids that's not eligible for the NBA be doing. You could have had him cooking them, because the one thing is, at that point in time, he was the best shooter out of everybody. So you could have just put him in gyms,
Still is.
have him out shooting all these draft prospects, putting tray balls in their eye, and wait till the next season for him to go back to UCLA, because that's the same UCLA. Like, I want to frame this for y'all in terms of social media, right? Real quick. Everybody's seen that clip where Jalen Hands is lifting up Moses Brown's head and he makes that turnover in the game. There's people who don't know neither one of those kids' names, but they know that clip when he comes to pick his head up, right?
Right.
That's the same team Jello was going to be on. The same exact team Jello would have been on. Jalen Hands at that point in time was still a decent name.
Absolutely.
Moses Brown is in the NBA now.
Absolutely.
Imagine Jello on that team as the designated shooter. He would have gotten the national looks.
Okay.
Still. And it would have been a better situation than Lithuania. It would have definitely been a better situation than the LeVar Ball League.
Oh,
yes.
Because both of those things, in my opinion, held Jello back. And then you took LaMelo out of school, put him back. If LaMelo never asked to go back to high school, his role would have been tougher. Would he still got to the NBA? Clearly, he's good. But his role would have been tougher. It's because of what he did at Spire, while he was able to go overseas and get that and, impress enough to be the draft pick that he was, number 2.
I'll say,
Australia, yes.
I'm about to say, yeah, I'll say, so to answer your original question, why LeVar took him out of UCLA, I kind of looked at the aspect as, one, LeVar, this is the one thing I'll say about King, the difference between King Richard and LeVar. King Richard had like a poise to him. To this day, he still has that poise to him. You know what I'm saying? Where it got real chaotic. He's old school, right? LeVar is like, he was new to all this publicity and all that. So when your son going to China,
I got to stop you, because you just finished saying earlier how his name, that boy's names was ringing bells since they was in junior high school. How he had triple B's. He wasn't new to the fame, brother.
You wasn't new to the fame.
He was not new to the fame, brother.
Listen. Because when you got hold on, because I don't care what he was doing in high school. President Barack Obama wasn't talking about nothing bald, brother, nothing. When you got President Trump answer at a press conference talking about how your son is in China, that's a whole different level of publicity.
That's
it's levels to it. Don't get me wrong, you're right. I'm talking about when you're talking about, like, you're circulating on CNN, how we go get your son that's locked up somewhere up in China. That's a whole different level of publicity. Thanks. I feel personally, LeVar had him and other people in his circle would say, like, Jello couldn't bounce back from this. That's my personal opinion. Because like you said, sit out a year, come home, train like you usually do, or whatever, come back the next year. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in a lottery pick and you'll be in the NBA, right? That's what I thought was going to happen. So naturally, he panicked, took his son out to protect him because, like, hey, I don't know what the heck is going on. We just had to get the president to help you, get you out of China or whatever. UCLA doesn't want all this bad publicity over. Like now narratives are spinning at this point. So I feel like then he panicked.
So wait. So let me ask this question because I gotta ask this question.
Mm.
When other kids get into trouble, right? They don't go to Lithuania nowhere to play ball. They go to a JUCO and build their shit, right? Build their shit back. Because I can go to the Cam Newton situation. Cam got in trouble at Florida, went to a JUCO, then went to Auburn.
Steve Francis.
Went
to Texas and then went to
to a
Maryland.
JUCO in Texas, then went to Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? Why this whole we gonna send him overseas and I'm gonna make my own league? Why all that when the path was already there? The blueprint was there. All you have to do is follow the blueprint.
So,
but that's not what LeVar Ball is about.
I was just about to say, hold up. I was about to say, we talking about because King Richard wasn't following the same what y'all were comparing the two. King Richard literally got a movie because he did everything his way, right? LeVar Ball did it. He wanted to do it his way.
But he built a blueprint off of something that we weren't involved in. So he made his own blueprint.
He did it his own way. But he still did it his own way, though.
Listen what I'm saying to you. I want you to hear what I'm saying to you. King Richard built a blueprint he took a blueprint and a map and a road to a sport that we weren't in. This ain't basketball. Basketball ain't a sport that we don't run.
Okay, what I'm saying.
So, listen to me. Let me finish. Mm-hmm. Basketball ain't a sport we don't run. So the blueprint is there on how you get to the league. Right now, Jello is suffering from that because he did all these other things that weren't part of the blueprint. The blueprint is written for you. The blueprint is there. The only other good thing he could have did was if he went overseas and played, if he played in Australia or he played in Italy, he played somewhere like that. Not Lithuania. He played in one of the major leagues overseas. Then that's still following the blueprint. But to go play at Lithuania, then playing your dad's semi-pro league or whatever the fuck it was supposed to be, that shit didn't work. And then you tried that shit. You almost tried that shit with LaMelo too, and almost fucked his shit up. So when you fucked up the first time, you wasn't supposed to follow that fucking that fucking path again. And you tried to follow that shit.
He did both simultaneously.
And that's what I'm trying to get across to you.
Jello, he took Melo out of high school.
What's the move?
Melo just had a 90-point game?
Hey, real quick, how many people have followed the blueprint and no longer playing in the NBA from the time Lonzo was drafted? How many people have followed the blueprint that you call about? Because we've been in this. How many people have followed the blueprint and no longer playing? Michael Carter Williams was the 76er and run Rookie of the Year. Everybody was like, "Oh snap!" The next coming to Magic Johnson. Where's his ass at now?
Look.
No, because he followed the blueprint. We'll talk about. We talk about following the blueprint. My thing is like
Draft Scout didn't follow the blueprint.
Talk about it, but that's a whole other story. but
you just made me put my head down because you bring up somebody who is garbage. Like you bring up somebody who won Rookie of the Year in a draft that was horrible. Like, hold on. Come on. Like
we talk about you said I'm taking your words.
Draft class then. Go Lonzo's draft class. Don't go his bum ass. Don't go Michael Carter's bum ass draft class. Go Lonzo's draft class.
I came here for.
Like you gonna go pick a nigga from a bum ass draft class who was bum. He was a bum and that draft class was bummy. What the fuck? What are we doing?
This is what I came.
All right, since hold on. I love the fact that we said we're going Lonzo's draft class because Markelle Fultz, another fucking Sixer, trash ass Sixer. Fucking follow the blueprint.
No,
he's in the
league with y'all at all.
We not gonna do that. We definitely not gonna do that.
All.
Trash.
We definitely not. He's not. He's
trash.
Far from it.
Reggie, look at Reggie. I'm glad you had this because because he was at my dad's house. He was at my dad's house talking about how Markelle Fultz is trash and he need to be traded. Now all of a sudden he's not.
No, I never said Markel Fultz needs to be traded. And you can ask your dad that question. I
You-
never
you-
said he needed to be traded.
Yes, you did.
Cuz
You
Cuz,
did.
have I ever said
Because
that?
remember, you
I'm
had
about to say,
said
you ain't
you
had
were
them
like,
conversations with me.
because listen,
I've
remember,
never once.
listen, I'm
No,
gonna refresh your
no, no,
memory.
no, no, no.
Remember when you listen? I'm telling you, the reason why I remember you said it because you were like, is he can no longer be here in Philly.
Right,
And
he
he need
can't
to be
be in
traded.
the city. That was it. I never called him trash. I said he couldn't play here because these fans.
You said he
wouldn't
was
give-
damaged
No,
goods.
no. Exactly. Listen, but I never said he was
That's
trash.
not the same as calling somebody
That's not the
trash.
same. It's not the same thing. I said he needed to be traded because he needed a fresh start.
Iguodala was damaged goods here too.
Listen, he needed a fresh
Iguodala was
start.
damaged
I
goods
never
for Philly
thought.
too.
First of
He
all, I never
needed to be
thought.
traded.
Not to the point of Markel Fultz though, but I see what
Not
you're saying
damaged
though.
goods in terms of
Yeah,
capability.
I get your point though. I get your point.
But
That's
yeah,
a valid point.
mentality wise, yeah, they was giving him
Yeah,
hell.
he had to go.
You got
Absolutely.
you got to understand something. He was never going to be the man here, and Markel Fultz is not going to be the man anywhere.
That's cool. That's cool. Josh Jackson, that was part. Y'all remember him? Josh Jackson supposed to be the second coming of Kobe. He followed the blueprint, and his ass is on the Pistons sucking. Frank Nicolina, from the dude from France that was on the Knicks.
Still in the league. Still in the league.
But you're saying he followed the blueprint,
What
and it's like
reason?
But these guys are in the league.
you just
Jello's
said
not in the league. Jello not in the league.
you're saying
Jello in
no.
the
You're
league?
saying
Is Jello
but
in the league?
technically yes.
No, he's not.
Technically.
No, don't do that.
No,
Don't do
no.
that, soldier. Don't do that.
Second time I took the headphones
Don't
off
do
this
that.
pod.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. No. Don't do that. Don't
Scott.
do that.
This guy.
Technically,
This
No,
guy.
but
sir.
but
No,
what I'm
sir.
saying is, so going back to the original point, you had said that LeVar Ball was the person that he didn't follow the blueprint because y'all, I love the blueprint analogy.
But he
Hold on,
but he
hold on,
followed
hold on,
the
hold on.
blueprint. And then he
How?
deviated from the blueprint. He followed the blueprint with Lonzo.
If you
Follow
deviate from the blueprint, you're not following the blueprint, Reggie.
Wait, no, listen. He followed the blueprint with Lonzo. He followed the blueprint. That's why his son was the number 2 overall pick. He followed the blueprint. When his son got in trouble, instead of following the blueprint that everybody else has laid out for
That's what I'm not talking about
kids,
Lonzo. I'm about to say I wasn't talking about Lonzo. We're talking about Jello and
and
LaMelo
that's-
right now.
And this is why Jello's not in the league. And you know what he did? He corrected that with Melo. You send him back to high school. You let him play in Australia.
I'm about to say,
I got you there.
And you
I
let
don't
him play. And you let him play in Australia.
I'm gonna tell you
followed
why
the blueprint.
LaMelo went back. I'm gonna tell you why.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
no,
You
no, no.
follow the blueprint.
No, I'm
Talk
telling
to
you,
me,
bro.
Jamar.
So
Why
remember the
LaMelo went
dude?
back?
Remember the dude that robbed Lonzo? Y'all remember that dude? After
Yes.
he got demoted, come mind you, I watched the Big Baller little episode joint on Facebook. So after he left, he had new people in there told, hey, look, he just left Spire as a graduate from Spire. He's not getting the little because he didn't really do too much at Spire, right? What's his name, wanted to get him ready for the draft. So instead of going to college, whatever, he wanted to go to Australia, whatever. That's the only thing. Which him and RJ Hampton went that year from the States. Him and RJ Hampton both went over there. The difference is RJ Hampton sucked and LaMelo didn't. That was the only thing.
No, but you were supposed to explain why LaMelo went back.
We're back to
High school.
Fire.
That's what you
Wait,
said
what
you was
makes
going to explain.
because what happened was LaMelo came out publicly, was like, hey, he felt like he missed out on his senior year and he wanted to go back on the senior year. That had nothing to do with LeVar.
Factual.
That had nothing. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's gonna say, well, LeVar followed the blueprint. He made him go back to high school. LaMelo had like 2, 3, 4 million followers. All he has to do is say, look, I want to go back to high school. That's gonna pick up traction. People gonna start talking about it. LeVar had no choice but to send his dad back to high school because if he did,
absolutely had a choice because LeVar Ball, at the end of the day,
do you
he's
really
still that
think that
man
he's gonna
dad.
take all that? I'm gonna say, do you
all
see
that
what
negative
happened?
publicity? Are we talking about LeVar Ball and negative publicity?
He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about that.
The same guy who said it.
Nope, because remember when the dude robbed Zoe and him and Zoe went at it, and
Yes.
LeVar couldn't take the heat. And he stopped making sneakers and shoes and shit for a minute. Why? Because LeVar couldn't take the heat. So everybody's like, he don't care. When Lonzo came out and said some shit, then it was a problem. When his kids come out and speak they truth, all of a sudden, he don't want no parts because he know he look bad. So everybody said LeVar don't like the heat. He really don't like the heat from his kids. He could take the shit from ESPN or whatever, but when his kids start speaking out, that's when he has a problem. Pete, Jello's the only one that ain't say shit. Why? That's why his dad's still stuck in the G League. Think about it. Like
because he
every
ain't got
time
no other way. The other two
now-
schools are going to take them to the
but
league
Je-
regardless.
I'm saying if Jello would have said something, like his other kid, why did Melo say something? And Jello's just saying, you see, Jello don't say shit.
Because LaMelo was old. Let's keep in mind, because you've been attached to this situation. You've been more knowledgeable about the situation before it got to all of us because you lived in the area. But how long have they been saying that, oh, if you love Zoe, wait till LaMelo comes?
Absolutely.
It's been a long time where they've been saying LaMelo is more likely to be the best out of the three.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So he has the cachet to say something where Jello don't. Jello, you say something, then what? What cachet do you have to change your daddy's mind?
Me personally, I feel like as much as the stuff, like I would challenge y'all to watch the show, and then I think y'all watch the show, y'all will see what I'm talking about. Because Jello, he's been, like Zoe has even told him, like, hey, like you probably, like when they went to Lithuania, I think more so that was LeVar just being like he wanted to take Big Baller Brand over to a place that would accept the Big Baller Brand. Because you peep, no other league wanted nothing to do with Big Ball after the shit with China. You gotta think, you just had negative publicity on your company. This is a company thing. So you just had on Big Baller Brand as a whole, y'all don't know stealing. Like y'all had national security problems. We don't want none of that. Lithuania ain't got nothing going on over there. So you know what?
This is why I say he should have went to a JUCO. I say it again.
I'm telling
you, go to a JUCO.
I see what you're
saying.
Go
to a JUCO. You rehabilitate yourself at the JUCO. You show that you could dominate the JUCO level. You go back up a year to a D1 or even a D2. You dominate another year. You go in the draft. Sorry to tell you,
that'd have been the best decision. But
it's
Jamar
a better decision.
It wasn't just about Jello. That's a good point that you brought up. It wasn't just about Jello.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but you take Melo out of high school for what?
Because
I panicked, legit. Like that's what.
Because
at
that point he had to turn his whole pivot. He had to pivot his whole move. Right.
Everything.
Now it was about I'm taking Jello out because we don't need the NCAA.
Because think about it.
I'm about to say the NCAA.
I'm about to say
and let his son still go.
He wants to go. Everybody knows he wanted his sons to go to UCLA. UCLA don't nothing want to do with the Big Baller Brand right now. Okay, that's a fact. They don't want nothing to do with him. Then he had that. Remember, he had that issue with the Chino Hills coach, whatever. Yeah, that whole what you call it. He had a big blowout. Oh, cool. You don't want to play my son, whatever, bro. Bet I'm gonna take him out. We could do this the Big Baller way. And they just left. Between that and the whole UCLA blow,
and the Big Baller way wasn't a successful way.
I don't know, because Big Baller Bray got himself as got Melo looking kind of right, looking up for that max deal right now.
It didn't, because here's why. He had to go to Spryer, then he had to go to Australia. If the Big Baller way worked, he would still been playing in Lithuania and didn't went to the league.
Nah, I have a question. Real rap. I
gotta make the car face.
Hey, when the last time you seen somebody from Lithuania go straight to the league that bought out? Who's from Lithuania in the league right now?
But that was the Big Baller way, though.
No. I'm just asking, which draft prospect came out the league from Lithuania that bought out? On top of your head, you should know because he should be a superstar, right?
I was about to say, ain't that Jokic?
Jokic is not from Lithuania.
Where you from?
Why?
Jokic is definitely not from Lithuania. He's from like the reason why I just came from Lithuania. I didn't see like when I go to Greece or whatever, it's all about Giannis and his brothers. When you go to Lithuania, right, bro,
I don't know who's it about. Who's it about,
bro? Ain't about nobody. They garbage over there, bro. Like that's a whole. I'll tell y'all offline. I was like, what? People actually ball over here anyway, but where's Jokic from though?
I could be wrong. It could be Serbia.
Serbia. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, his brother, Serbia. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Serbia. But I'm saying like nobody from Lithuania. So like naturally, like there ain't no competition. If he was doing this in the China League, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why he had to go to Australia because we cool. We had Andrew Bogut come out there, Ben Simmons from Australia. We had people that we know are ballers over there, and RJ Hampton went over there.
But that's what I'm saying. They're saying.
But
you went to Lithuania on the big baller shit. When he got to Australia, you wasn't talking big baller no more.
But also, too, when you're for LaMelo, you got to remember when he was in Lithuania, he technically was like a junior, so he was still in high school regardless. So he's read his 1 year over there, and he was going. If he did another year, then what? He would have been 2 years playing over to Lithuania or whatever, just to wait to go to college or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like either way, like he was gonna have to go back to high school or get homeschool, get a GED, hell, something before he went to go to Australia. So like him going back to Spire, it was like, all right, this Lithuania shit ain't popping off like it should be. I ain't making no money off the big baller brand. Your sneakers ain't doing well over here. I'm selling water.
No, actually, according to the rules, if he had stayed in Lithuania another year, he would have qualified as a pro.
Yes.
And he could have went to the draft.
Yes. That is correct.
You have to be 2 years removed from high school. It's not just the age. You have to be 2 years removed from high school to be eligible for the draft.
I'm about to say, I just know like big baller wasn't doing well over there. So like
that was bad.
It
was a bad look.
They was bad over there. And then Allen, that's the boy's name.
Jesus, Allen, there you go.
Allen. I was trying to figure out the boy's name, but yeah, Allen made some shady ass decisions over there. Good God. But then, like, so that's what I say. If I'm LeVar, now we're talking about common sense at this point.
But hold on. I'm about to say that's another reason why I would have picked King Richard. Because here it is. You pick this dude who got stuck on his jacket. He came to you with that felony larceny on his jacket.
Yo, and then I was like, bro.
And then you let him deal with your money. And you wasn't even watching him.
That was the one. I was like, I didn't. So that's great. When that came out, I was like, wait, you hired somebody that embezzled already? What?
And you wasn't even watching him? Like, we know how we do with the thief. We let the thief in our crib. We've all done it before. But what happens?
Hey, put your stuff up.
Gotta watch this nigga.
Like the water fountain.
Like that nigga can't get out
the basement.
The motherfucker got sticky fingers there. Watching.
With you.
Facts. I didn't get that part. So yeah, that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. Like what I say, but that's why I said,
like if that's your plan to let a thief, you know what I mean, to let a wolf in the hen house, I gotta knock your plan.
And I hate to see it, but like I get where LeVar, like I feel like LeVar had the good intentions. Like he wanted to see his team eat, so he wanted to get, like he said it, like he wanted to.
That man wasn't your team. It's not like you grew up with him. That man wasn't your team.
That's the issue I had. I was like, you picked somebody that like
if I come up with Reg and Reg steal from me, it's different because we had this history that proves why I should trust Reg.
Exactly.
So you can see how he catch me slipping. Allen wasn't his.
Mike went mute.
Allen was his man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree. So that's what I was saying. Like,
if your man steal from you, I understand. It happens to the best of us. You know what I mean? But a stranger you let in, and he did strange things.
So we're gonna table this. This was a great topic. You guys definitely murdered this, John. Like I expected that. You know. So we're gonna move right along with the clock to our second topic of the day. Do you believe in today's society the Second Amendment is still valuable and still needed?
Hey, what's the Second Amendment?
Right to bear arms.
Oh, yeah, that one. Pull up. Pull up. I don't see why. Here's the issue I have, right? I hate the argument, how to stop bad people with guns with good people with guns, whatever. I never liked that argument. Like a lot of stuff, some of this stuff can't be, like you shoot up a school. I don't expect schools to be strapped up. You know what I'm saying? However, I do expect security guards, if you're going to be a security guard, have more than a damn whistle and a flashlight. Like that's the issue I have. Like, so when it comes to bearing arms, like a lot of stuff is happening. And I say for Black people, I was like, they still catch you. Oh, what? Got your license or whatever. It's so weird when everybody has their shit back to back to back. Like you got your paperwork, you got all that. Then what could they say to you after that, right? But how rare is it? Like you see somebody with a gun, oh, gun, boom. Next thing you know, you 8 minutes of somebody stepping on the back of your neck. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like it's a lose or whatever carrying it. But do I feel like it's needed? It also depends on where you stay at. Because right now I'm in a gated community and I don't feel any harm, so I don't need it. But if I was walking through Chester, probably. You feel me? So probably, you know. But nah, it just depends like where you stay at too. Because like I just say if you're gonna stay strapped up, I just say do it the right way. Stay legal, get your paperwork locked up. Because like I love when people get all this stuff. Like you got the paperwork, you got everything, you got your license for carry, all that, and they can't say nothing to you. Like I love that. But when you out here strapping some shit that got some scratched out serial numbers, I can't help you. Like you on your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't help you on that one.
I definitely believe, you know, that you should have the right to carry it. Listen, you know, it's right over to the side of me. Like I ain't even going to tell you, like it's right there. It's not far. It's in the arm's reach if I really need it. So, you know, like I definitely believe in that. I believe in your right to carry. I believe it's your right to bear arms. You know, Pennsylvania is about to change some of their gun laws, and you're not going to need a concealed carry permit no more. So this is really about to be an open carry state.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna hold you. That's gonna be a little scary though. And
man, it's about to get ugly here.
Yeah, I'm about to say because not everybody. Yes, you have the right, but it's some people that don't need it though.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Well, you know, like I said, Pennsylvania about to become that open carry state.
House just got off with some stuff right now.
Right.
I don't know how to feel about that. So you got people that go in there and they crazy, like legit or bona fide crazy. I was in Vegas when they shot the shooting in Vegas. I was in Vegas. The boy was crazy. Like he just collected his guns and started shooting out people, like shooting out the little
shooting out the window.
The hotel. Yeah, like that stuff like that. Like I feel like it should be stricter laws to get it. Like go through your test, make sure people are right or whatever. That part, because if you find, should be a problem. Like shouldn't be a problem. But if you,
I definitely don't think everybody need every type of gun. Like.
Tell me you are 80 years old, sir, and you need an AK? Like we got a problem. Like we got a problem. Kind of shaky.
Assault rifles are nice.
They are, but I feel as though, you know, you have one to take a life, man. Like let's be honest.
Man, look, first of all, it's just to look nice, okay? I might go out, shoot at a couple birds every once in a while, make sure my aim's straight.
Yeah, birds.
I like to go test my accuracy every once in a while. You know,
every once in a while.
Okay.
Now here's
that's what we're saying. I'm a rock with. I'm a guess here. That's what I'm a rock. Bird.
Oh shoot.
That's what I'm just saying.
But no, I'm definitely behind the Second Amendment, man.
Yeah.
Because the notion of taking away guns to stop the bad guys actually is an oxymoron.
Listen.
It's an oxymoron.
The bad guys still go get guns.
The bad guys will always get guns. They will steal. They will rob. They will do anything to get guns. And while you're sitting here not able to get a gun to protect yourself against the bad guy, like the rules are supposed to stop the bad guys that break rules? Huh?
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
So yeah, no, keep the Second Amendment where it is.
Yes.
If anything, you know, if you want to check people, limit bullets.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's their way of doing it right now because they raised the price of ammo. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about it. Like, I think that's the closest control thing you could really have.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you really controlling what people doing with their guns, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna say another thing too. Like, and also I don't know. It's hard because like. I like assault rifles. So like, but here's the thing though. Like I like how you said like if you get a gun, usually it's to do harm to something, right? Like usually it's to do harm to something.
Like if it's a high-powered weapon, like let's be honest.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. Like I feel like certain, like everybody, go get a Glock, go get a 9, you know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You get like rifle. All right, cool. What are you doing? What's your purpose? I feel like that's what I said. It should be a more extensive type of thing. Like, you're a hunter. All right, cool. Like, let me see your hunter's license, whatever. Da da da. But like stuff like that or whatever. I feel like we should get deeper into it. But make that rule after I get my assault rifle. Then we could do stuff like that. Because right now, I need my assault rifle.
I feel you though. I need one.
I got one. Got one.
I'm just tired of getting this government issue one. I want to put some stuff on mine. I want to make mine look nice. You know,
not too far away from me. definitely in steps reach. Yeah, so I definitely believe we should have a right to bear arms. Definitely. I don't see why not. Next, we go. I'm gonna add a topic because it's not on the list I sent everybody. Because this joint happened this week. Yeah, it happened this week. So because you said we should talk about this, so we're gonna talk about it. So now the alphabet community has a gay Santa Claus. And he cheats on Miss Claus once a year. Like, listen, man, help me understand where the narrative is not being pushed. Oh, you didn't see this? Oh, yeah, you got to actually read the article. So, yeah, in the show, Santa Claus comes to see his gay lover once a year.
Just like that episode of Black Mirror?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yo.
So now we got a gay Superman, we got a gay Santa Claus. Like, help me understand
the gay Superman thing, man.
Help me understand.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you like Superman was my favorite superhero too. Like, that messed me all up.
No, I'm not with y'all on this. I don't know what the fuss is about.
Help me understand where the narrative is not being pushed.
I don't know what the fuss is about. I'm all right. I don't know if y'all can see that Secret Wars poster in the background, but as this I'm gonna speak on the Superman thing. Is Clark Kent gay?
No,
and that's not who they're saying is gay. They're saying his son is. Do you really care about Jonathan Kent? Let's be honest. Do y'all really care about Jonathan Kent?
I mean, I don't really know about.
Okay, I'll answer for you. No.
I care about Santa Claus.
What else Jonathan Kent do? Y'all don't
care about Santa Claus.
He has the Superman name. Y'all don't.
We said
care about Santa Claus.
Keep it a bean.
You said what?
So, I said y'all don't even care that Jonathan Kent has the Superman name. Y'all don't. Y'all might have not even been aware of that. So complaining about gay Superman, I ain't trying to hear that from y'all. I'm just not. This Santa Claus thing is wild.
Just for clarification, are you talking about Jonathan Kent, his dad, or are you talking about Clark? Because these are two different people.
He named his son after his dad.
Yeah, he did. I do know that. He named his son Jonathan.
You talking about Clark Kent's son, Jonathan?
Clark Kent's son is named after Clark Kent's dad.
Now, I'm tracking now because I was gonna say it was two Jonathans. I'm trying to figure out which one
it's two Jonathans.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So Jonathan Kent, the son of Clark Kent, is gay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all don't care.
He wasn't gay on the TV show.
Y'all don't care. Y'all don't
Thank
care
God
about
he wasn't gay
Jonathan
on the
Kent.
TV show. He wasn't gay on the TV
Y'all
show.
do not care about Jonathan Kent. Y'all don't.
I cared about him on the TV show. I did. The new Superman show. I liked him.
Is that version of Superman? Is that version of the TV show Superman?
The Lois and Clark. He has powers. Jonathan does have
Superman
powers.
on the show now? Jonathan Kent?
We never got that far because they stopped the fucking show because nobody was watching it.
For the cancel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We only got 8 episodes. I watched all 8.
So it was leading up to that? He was going to pass it on?
Yes, he was leading up to that because they figured out he had the powers.
So they was going to pass it off?
Yes, because he went through like 3 different situations where he actually had to use his powers to save his brother who doesn't have powers because they're twins.
Right.
So the other brother doesn't have powers. He had powers. And it was like he was actually starting to show him how to be Superman. He took him to the Fortress of Solitude.
Man, shut
did all
up,
that.
man. Hey, they got a new
Okay,
season coming out in
okay.
January, bro. Chill out, bro.
For real?
Hey, you made me upset. Yeah. I was
Listen,
like, what?
I already saw 8 episodes, and it was over.
Nah,
and
man.
there wasn't no clip saying nothing new was coming out.
Oh man, Reggie, you scared the fuck out of me. That's like, so, all right, hey.
I mean, that's my
Wait,
show
that's it.
too. Thank you for following.
January 11th. January 11th, bro. We good.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, but the whole
but
thing
you're right
was
though.
he
Nobody
was-
cares about the sun. You're right. I because
Like let's just
You're
keep it a beam. It's
I
not-
personally
it's not
thought they
a
were
point
talking
we're
about.
arguing.
I thought they were talking about because the thing was Superman was gay, and I
And
was
that's
like,
what I'm trying to say. The fact that people couldn't tell that there was a difference invalidates the rage. It automatically invalidates the rage for me.
so if you said off top, if somebody says Superman is gay, I'm thinking about Clark Kent. I'm not thinking about Jonathan Kent.
Right.
So that's why I was
Well,
like, I was upset.
So
'Cause I grew up
but that's
with
why most
Superman.
people was because they felt like Clark Kent was being changed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. Until y'all said like Jonathan, I was like, okay.
So that's
fine.
why I cleared it up.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
why I had to get in there and clear it up. Now, as for the Santa Claus thing,
Bro.
honestly,
Bro.
as for the Santa Claus thing, I think to me, from what I'm hearing, from what y'all saying, because I didn't even know that other part. And I'm gonna liken it back to that Black Mirror episode. The whole thing stepping out on his wife once a year. I think that's the problem. I wouldn't even care if it was another woman. I think that is the problem.
That's one of the problems.
Like
I
that's
still-
the big problem for me.
I'm still
Because every time they,
on-
Mr. and Mrs. Claus, it's packaged like this.
But that's
Yes.
my thing. So why?
So why if this man got a naughty and nice list, do we get to cheat?
So why is that narrative being pushed? Sexuality on kids, because Santa is a kid's thing. It's not
Now,
about
I give you
adults.
that. Now, that's the other issue I had. That is the other
Santa's
issue.
not
I had.
an adult thing.
I'm
'Cause
about to say,
I know for a
first of all,
fact I don't believe in Santa no more. Like I stopped believing in Santa when I was 11.
so that's
So,
what
shit.
that was my issue. That's my issue. That was
That's
the
my
only issue
issue
I
with
had.
sexuality, period.
I was
being
just like,
pushed on kids in this
why-
country.
I was about to say, legit, like, I looked at it. It's not, I forgot where it was at. Because the original commercial that came out, it was celebrating like 50 years or something like that of
Right.
gayness in their country or something like that, or whatever, or some weird shit. So, like, they
Yeah,
decided
that's
to do,
really what it
like,
was.
Oh
Well,
my
Santa-
god! bro.
they decided to do Santa Claus or whatever. And I'm thinking about if you think of Santa Claus during the holidays, it's for the kids. So why the heck are we showing one? You got
You're not gonna give me this. I want representation shit. Like y'all gonna stop hitting me with that bullshit. Like y'all gonna stop hitting me with that because I had somebody on my Facebook status say to me, "Well, they want to have representation like everyone else." It's
I seen
fucking
that
Santa Claus. It's
I
fucking
seen that.
Santa Claus. Representation.
Was you
Santa
mad at
Claus
Black
didn't
Santa?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's this. I never asked for a black Santa. I didn't know we needed a black Santa.
I don't think we need one.
Okay, we on the same page. I just never.
I don't
was trying to
understand
figure
that.
out- Now, granted,
the
do I
representation
appreciate it, but we
I don't even
didn't need it.
appreciate it. I don't even
I do.
appreciate
No,
it.
no.
I didn't even appreciate it. It didn't do nothing for me.
For,
It didn't do
I'm
nothing
saying,
for
so here's the thing. I will say this: as a black man having a young black son at 2-3 years old, right? So growing up and seeing that, like, okay, cool, like Santa can't be black. Granted, we're probably not going to see him a lot, but at least in this out, like, we have black cards, we have wrapping paper with black people on it. Like, I just would look at that part. I wanted to kind of get. I've always been pro black about everything, so every little thing. Legit, Jesus is black. Goddamn it! Like that's how bad. Like it
That's
gets
the
real.
truth. That's not a
That's
depiction.
not a narrative. That's the truth.
That's a fact. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I was about to say because I grew up in church. I see what Jesus looked like. Okay, he definitely wasn't black. That boy was he might be Puerto Rican. All right, but he wasn't black. My boy Jesus was up there. Goddamn.
Right? I'm about to say that Jesus they put up in churches is not the Jesus that match in the Bible. But that's another
Yo,
conversation.
facts. Like, I was like,
That's a big fact. It's a big fact.
But we go back to the original statement. I just think the biggest thing for me was just like, if Santa's for the kids, right? Now you got the one stepping out on your wife, right? To go see another dude.
Bonkers.
That
That's
drove me.
bonkers.
Granted, I had nothing. Granted, it made wave because it came over US through social media. because it wasn't a U.S. thing, right? Because I
don't
think
think-
the U.S. know if they would have put out some BS like that, we would cancel Christmas.
Cancel the
think we'll
whole
cancel
goddamn
it.
thing.
I think it'd be so crazy. Christmas would be crazy if that was something that we did. So, but yeah, that
Well, yeah,
I
because you
love your
gonna have-
comments on yours.
You're gonna have rage coming from a bunch of sides.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, like we said, the cheating thing is gonna piss people off. And then, for them to cheat for a member of the same sex is gonna piss a lot of other people off. There's no winning that. There's no winning
That's
that.
what I'm saying. That was like, bro,
I don't get it. I don't get it. And I ain't
your
never gonna
comments
get
on
it.
your post though, boy. I was reading those like, oh
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got these people on your page.
Oh, yeah, I got these people. Yeah, man.
I didn't even see the comments on that joint.
Report and spam.
Listen, so they're gonna say, yeah, my man gonna say, oh, they want representation just like everyone else.
They do.
What? Where? For what? It's Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus. It's Santa
Listen,
Claus.
Truth be told, like I said, honestly, and it goes back to y'all episode y'all both had, prior, where representation was brought up, and I think Jamar, you brought it up that there was a black narrative that was being pushed at one point in time.
Right.
Kept putting black people here, putting black people there, putting black people where we didn't even want black people. To be honest, as black people, we didn't even want to be in.
So here's
Some of
the difference.
stuff they put us in.
Here's the difference. The difference I made then was you can't deny that we are black. Okay? Like
Right.
you see black.
No, I get it.
before
I get it. I remember that point. You can't deny that you're black, but you can't hide that. I get it.
You can't hide black. Black is a part
I
of
get
it. The
I
issue
get it.
I have is sexuality being pushed so aggressively. And if you say
that's my
something
problem
against
too.
it,
That's my problem too.
It's like-
Sexuality of any kind.
any
That's
kind,
I don't
Yep.
like the
any
fact
kind.
that I don't like
Yep.
I don't like a Cardi B WAP commercial coming on.
Come on,
in
talk
the
about it.
kids show on YouTube.
So
Right.
so I caught
Right.
some flack for last week's show where I said the alphabet community ain't shit. I still stand behind that.
The following
don't-
expression is not Two Kings 215 podcast, Splash Charles, or A.C.E.
Hey, this ain't got shit to do with me. I'm just a listener.
No,
You gonna get canceled, bro. Hey,
you know,
I ain't
of course,
scared of nobody.
listen.
I ain't scared of nobody. Y'all can't cancel me, but that's
So listen. So
That's
listen.
bull. That ain't me.
I said what I said, and I stand behind it. I'm not changing my stance on that. Like, y'all don't dictate how people move and live.
That's a fact. I'll agree with that.
Like, no. And now you're trying to dictate how people look at Santa Claus. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So
But
now
are
Santa
they really
Claus,
trying to dictate how people look at Santa Claus?
so now Santa Claus is a cheater, and he's a homosexual cheater. That's what we're talking about.
that motherfucker gay.
Like this the shit we on.
Hey,
Like,
my man
so this
said
is
he's
shit
trying to
we
get
on.
somebody to jingle his bells, big dog. You feel
Hey,
me?
Yo.
Like this is shit we on. Like so I really want people to understand where I'm coming from. But it's like this is shit we on. Like this is the shit we talking about today. Like so this is the shit y'all motherfuckers really on. Like yo, like
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Santa Claus
I don't get it. I don't get it. Nah, man, we not like y'all not corrupted. Y'all not corrupting these kids. Like I'm just not going for it.
Yeah.
Just not going for it. Not going for it.
Oh,
Okay.
my.
Talk your shit, Ray.
Listen, not going for it. Y'all not listen. You're not gonna
This
tell
boy
me
need a shot.
y'all need representation that much. Like, listen, y'all got enough
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
representation out here.
That's a little extra.
Y'all
bro.
gotta-
Listen, honestly, I think
Y'all got a whole lot of representation out here.
I
Leave
think as
Santa
much
Claus
as
the
it would
fuck
have made
alone.
Reg mad, I think as much as it would have still made Reg mad, I think a gay Santa is far less offensive. Just gay Santa in and of itself is far less offensive than this whole situation they have with him cheating on his wife to go be with a dude. I just think all of that I think all
the
that is
whole
a
combination.
bad look.
And this is another point I made a couple episodes ago. I was like, well, I just never agreed with, and this is the way I was raised. Like, I don't like grown people situations presented with kids. Like,
That's what I'm
That's-
saying. Like, there's no
that's
need.
that's any grown person situation. Like, let a kid leave the milk and cookies. Yo, this is totally different now. Like, hey, yo, okay. But yeah, I'm saying like that's the thing. Like, and I believe in like letting a kid be a kid. And it was like that.
Absolutely.
When I see the commercial, I was just like, first of all, not even a commercial, it's an episode because the commercial like 3-4 minutes long. Okay. Like
Damn.
it goes in depth, like how it started.
Oh
to
yeah,
how
yeah,
it
yeah,
finished.
yeah.
Like it's long. So it's like
Oh, it's real
I
long.
only seen the clip when they was kissing. I ain't even see the whole commercial.
Oh yeah, you gotta
man.
see the whole thing.
First of all, I'm about to say it because I think the boy like said it was cheated on. He had a family or something, right?
Right.
He had a daughter. He was at a table.
They just
Yeah.
all wrong.
All the way wrong.
And I was like, dang. And then, hey, first of all, why the boy look old? He was like, he was
I'm sure this was like a commercial and not for something like a movie or something.
Nah, this joint was a whole commercial.
It's a
'Cause
whole
he was like-
commercial.
And he was like, all I want for Christmas is you. Oh, my nigga, you like 60, bro. I was like, you waited this long to tell Santa this one. Start from the beginning, bro. He's like, why did you wait till like you was 60, bro? Like, it was crazy. Like, instead of, but that's all I got, Reggie. You got any last comments, bro?
Oh, we can stop that right there because I can't, you know.
Yeah,
We stop that right
this
there.
is this hands
So-
down had to be the funniest episode that
Yo,
we
we got
ever
one.
did.
We got one more topic. We got one more topic, and then we out of here. I promise you.
The last topic.
throwing Batman like T-Rex.
So last topic, I don't know if y'all looked at the list or not, but the last topic is what are or were your wedding attending deal breakers?
Ooh, I'll let you go first. I got mine off rip.
So I can go first. I'll tell you right
You already
now.
told me yours.
Listen, I'm tell you for the rip. If your wedding ain't open bar, I ain't showing up. I ain't coming. Listen, what family member got away with this? And it was because they was family, and I didn't know that it wasn't open bar. Because if I'd have known it was open bar, I'd have kept my ass home. If I didn't know it wasn't open bar, I would stay the fuck home. I don't give a fuck if I said I was coming or not. If I'd have found out before I got there that they wasn't open bar, I'd have been sitting at my house. First of all, I gotta come to your wedding, give you a gift, and pay the bar? Oh, hell no. I'm there to party. I'm not there to fucking pay the bar. That was your job before I got there. That was part of your shit. I gotta give you a gift. Your gift gotta equal the plate I just paid for to sit there. So since and my rule is real easy, like your gift is normally what your plate is. So what I think my plate's supposed to be is what your gift is. So if you played $100 per plate, then I'm trying to give you $125.
Let's talk about that. Cause like I got you a gift, right? And I just want to know.
But you didn't cut about what?
That's not the point. I just want to know if I got a balance on this gift. That's all.
No, because you went out the
Oh,
right
you gonna
street.
pay the bar, big dog. You gotta pay the bar, big dog.
Nah, I pay the
That's
fucking bar.
wild.
I will tip the bartender, but I'm not paying no guy. At an open bar situation, I tip the bartender all night long. But I'm not paying $18 for 2 drinks and I gotta keep doing that shit all night. And your fucking reception is 4 fucking hours. No, not going down. Not going down. Everybody know my wedding was open bar because that's my rule. So I made sure you niggas got drunk on my behalf because y'all attended my wedding. So you got to eat and drink all night long. I expect the same thing in return when I come to your shit.
Must be nice. Anyway.
Yes. That is my number one deal breaker. I got other ones, but I'm gonna let y'all continue. Nah.
Mine is simple, man. Don't invite me to no drama wedding, man. Like,
Number 2.
you know, somebody probably gonna stand, likely to stand up at the does anybody object part?
I wish your mother, boy.
You know, baby moms that don't get
Mm.
along somehow invited, or ex-girlfriends invited. You know, people want to smoke with each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I gotta
the
make
what?
sure
That's the
I don't
what?
sit at this
Every point.
table and that table.
I got the right to bear arms.
Or you know somebody who got smoked with me. Like, you can't invite us both.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
invite us both. And I say have smoke with me because I don't have smoke with nobody.
Mhm.
Like, I don't care about people enough to have smoke with them. You had to have
Exactly.
done something to me. Like, not us disagree. You had to have done something to me or to my family for us to have smoke with each other.
Exactly.
So whoever made up the smoke in their mind with me, you got to pick which one of us attend. Because I'm not going there and showing up and they do something stupid. I'll just leave. The minute they on their type time, I'll just leave. So just don't invite me. I don't like the drama weddings, man. I've been to a couple. I don't like them. Nah.
Nah, that's number 2 on my list too. That was number 2. Don't invite me to somewhere where you know me and this person don't get along. Like you got somebody else on your guest list that you know
Honestly,
I don't
that's
fuck
a
with.
rule. That's a
Don't
rule
bring-
for
don't
any
invite me.
social gathering in my book. Like, for real, for real.
Right.
I'm about to say, y'all know my first question. Hey, Reggie, like, pull up. Who all
Who
that?
all be there?
man. I am
That's
Captain
real
Who
simple.
all there.
I had to ask that on Thanksgiving.
Listen, talk about it.
Talk about it.
Cause look, I do that with family. I don't care. Like, who all that, bro? Cause look, I ain't got time to be.
Because I ain't got it. I'm
I
there.
get the reckless.
It's not with me. If you know 2 people got smoke with each other and you invite them to the wedding, I don't want to be at no wedding where I gotta, scoop my wife and run with my head down and, try to be like Soldier Boy. Like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that. No.
Word.
No
Mine's a
drama.
little bit different.
What's yours?
I do agree. Like, so my biggest thing as I plan my wedding and stuff now, as y'all know, I kind of grew up in the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now as an adult, I know my reception is going to be lit. That's the only reason why I'm showing up to this wedding in the first place. Okay, so I'm here to party. So, like, the open bar, not a question. The drama thing, I make the invitations. So, like, if I ain't got beef with you, I know who has beef with each other. I'm not about to have no drama because it's supposed to be a party. So, like, that's like those 2 are already scratched off at the top of the list. So my thing is, I don't like the fact that when I invite people, they act like they too good or they can't do. So I see a lot of that with church folk. You invite church folk over there, you start playing secular music, right? All of a sudden, it's too, God forbid I play Luther Vandross like they didn't get busy at Luther Vandross before they got saved. Like, this is shit I don't like. Like, I don't like you acting brand new all of a sudden. I've been to weddings and I've been to weddings by church people, and I never liked the vibe because it's still like everybody's too scared to do anything, and it felt weird. I just felt like you gonna have a good time. You can still have a good time at a wedding that has nothing to do with Kurt Franklin and them. Like, I just never understood, like, because you don't want to hear Anita Baker Sweet Love all of a sudden, like you don't want to, but you.
It's time for you to go home then. You came to the ceremony. Take your ass home. Let me help you out. You ain't got to come to reception.
I ain't gonna hold you. We already got these invitations like put up. The message on them invitations is gonna look. If you know you don't like these artists, do not show up for the reception. It's real simple. Like, it's real simple.
You
like,
better than me.
I'm gonna tell you. Last thing I don't need is I have a whole lot of people, and then like at reception, it's only like 30 people there. Granted, I party with less. I have party with less. But it's not the point. And I invite, like, that's another thing. Like, I don't want to not invite people because, like, like you grow up with these people, you know these people, whatever. But at the same time, it's like I don't like the vibe. It's like about the vibe for me. So everybody acting like clutch your bag or whatever, and then all of a sudden everybody it felt kind of funny. You ever get that vibe where like somebody else is messing up everybody else's vibe? I don't need that at the reception. So I'm like, hey, look, if you know you don't want to listen to secular music, please don't bring your ass to the reception. It's real simple. That's real simple. That's my message.
I got one more deal breaker, and it's with the food. It's with the food.
Preach on it. Preach on that.
So let me help you out here, people. Don't invite me to your wedding if you got auntie from around the corner cooking. Because let me tell you something. Everybody can't cook.
That's a fact.
So don't do me the solid of actually getting a real caterer who this is their job and that's what they do. Like, do me the solid.
Hold up, flag on the play. So because they have real caterer, don't mean they could cook either. Okay?
Listen, you better taste test the shit out of that fucking food before we get to that point.
There it is. There it is.
That's the key. How about that? That's the key. Because look,
So listen,
Find out what
it's
we
catered
eat before we eat it.
come on, listen.
because if I gotta leave to
I
go
would
to
eat before
KFC
I
up the
show up. I
street,
promise you. Yeah,
Because if I
fact, I'll
gotta
eat
leave to
before
go-
I get there.
because if I gotta leave to go to Popeyes up the street to go get some chicken to eat at your reception, your fucking bar better be open as well, then motherfucker, because I'm gonna be drunk the rest of the night.
Look, I'll go to Wawa before I eat some nasty food. You hear? Like,
Right.
no.
Look, if I got to run to the Wawa to go get a sandwich,
Yo,
I'm going. Don't worry about it.
That's a
Hey,
fact.
what?
And I'm gonna bring it back in your reception.
And I'm eating
Yo,
motherfucker in your
what?
I'm eating
reception.
it right there at the table.
what?
You ain't gotta
What?
worry.
Hey,
You ain't
yo,
gotta
side
worry.
note.
Lucky I
Hey,
came
yo,
back.
Hey, side note. Hey, Reg. Hey, side note. It's a funny story, but it's not a funny story because the moment at the time where we at. But remember at Tina's funeral, when
Yes.
we every time I
Yo,
think about
listen.
bringing in food,
Nigga,
hey,
listen.
yo,
I was
between y'all
at that
bringing in
table.
drinks and food, I was like, "What are y'all doing?" And we were eating food, right? The food was nasty. They made this nice little repast, and like nobody was really eating the food. So we were like, "Hey, yo, we gotta do something." I don't know where Tasha went, but she came back with alcohol and food, and we was like, "Yo!" And then Mom took the food home and put the remix on it. Hey, you heard that? I was like, "Yo," we were like, "It's the
Yo.
food from the remix." Hey, I
They
was
went
like,
seasoned the
"Dang."
food up, made it better.
I was
Listen.
like, "Dang, she hit that joint with the remix, bro." I was like,
We had the real repass at the crib. That's what
man,
happened.
facts.
That's
Oh man, good time.
So I got one more question. I got one more thing because I just thought about this question while we were sitting here. North Philly shit. Let it go. What was one thing? So what is one thing that you wanted part of your wedding to make it memorable for you? And I'm taking this from your show now because I remember hearing you talk about it on the Hot 97 joint, the Hot 97 freestyle episode of your show. So they have an episode where he had bars and he sounded like young Chris from Hot 97 back in the day. So he had the bars. So listen, for the Hot 97 episode, what was the one thing from your wedding that you really wanted that made it memorable for you? Because most weddings are not about the man. It's about the woman only. So what was the one thing in your wedding that you really wanted? Go ahead. Now you go first. I'll go after you.
I think the only thing I wanted to do was do the Bulls theme song
Okay.
for the lineup entrance.
Right.
I think that's the only idea. Like I think that's the only idea that I didn't really get to do that I wanted to do. Was for us to all come in somebody, because we couldn't get the whole and that wasn't even so much a thing that like was quote unquote not allowed as much as everything we needed to make it happen we couldn't make it happen in time.
Right.
Because could have got somebody to do the PA who knew what they was doing.
Right. Right.
Hell
I don't like
yeah.
that'd have been dope. That'd have been dope.
511 from Philadelphia by way of Houston, Texas. Yeah. What?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good ass idea.
What?
I ain't gonna hold you. That might just happen, B.
Yeah, because I was
Nobody
planning
do
to
that.
come down with a warm-up jacket and then take it off and then put my blazer on me once I get up there.
That was dope. That was dope.
The thing that Reg is referring to, most dudes, when the wedding happened, they already up there. You know what I'm saying? Like they just kind of proceed up there, or they already up there when it starts.
Yeah.
I wanted my own entrance,
Yeah, so for
so
me,
I made that happen.
oh yeah, for me it was I had my own entrance. I had to have open bar. And
What did you want?
it was my own entrance with my own song. Like it was
Yes,
my
sir.
entrance, my song. Like
Yes, sir.
I walked down the aisle to my own fucking song. Like you motherfuckers gonna focus on me today.
Yes,
The only
sir.
The only thing I didn't get was I didn't get to wear sneakers in my wedding. That was the only thing I didn't get.
Me too, bro.
That was the only thing I didn't get. Now, mind you, the original plan for the wedding was it was supposed to be me and my groomsmen all wore sneakers, and my gift to them was supposed to be their sneakers. All that shit changed we kind of went back and forth about it. It didn't happen the way I wanted it to. So I had to give that up, but I didn't give up me walking down the aisle.
Or should
I
you?
never gave up. I never gave up that, and I never gave up me having my own song. So that was the things I wanted. And then, you know, I definitely wanted open bar. The only other thing I didn't get was the cigar table that I wanted. I wanted a cigar table at my reception. That's the only other thing I didn't get. But that was because the guy had another event that day because I was paying for that motherfucker. He was coming to hand roll cigars at my reception. That shit was happening. I was all for that shit. So, but yeah, man, like I had to make my day memorable for me. And if you ever see the video clips from my wedding, you see me walking down the aisle to my song, talking to people, laughing and joking as I'm walking down the aisle because today's also about me too. It ain't just about her.
Same. Literally,
Yeah,
that was my major thing. I'm not just gonna stand up there like no accompanying piece. You know what I'm saying?
I was standing
Into the wedding. I put time into the wedding. I went to get stuff for the wedding. And I'm getting married too. Like, what are we talking about?
Oh yeah, there was one other thing. I got my lobster mac and
It's not
cheese.
supposed to be about her getting married. It's about to be her getting married to me. Nigga, what are you talking about?
And I got to pick items on the menu for the reception because I picked the lobster mac. I picked the lobster mac and cheese and the cheese stick rolls. That was me. That was all me. Yeah, that was all me. But yeah, man, like, listen, man. I know you get ready to have a wedding, so
Tomorrow,
I know you
what you
you
need.
know,
I mean, I guess I'm about to say so. The only thing I personally like, you guys have said it. Like I was like non-negotiable. Like I've been to weddings where guys have walked down the aisle. Of course, now the whole like the entrance thing you were saying though, like that's I kind of like that. However, I was thinking more. I'm always felt like I was a celebrity, right?
Mhm.
So like I feel like I'm gonna do the paparazzi thing for me coming down the aisle, whatever
Right.
to some music. So I have like cameras and like sign autographs on my way walking up to the aisle. Like that'd be like my little twist to it, or whatever. Yo,
That's
That's fire. That's
listen,
fire.
okay,
That's
that's not
fire.
negotiable. I was like, bro, that's like one thing, and then like I'm big at throwing. Anybody knows me, like I love throwing parties. Like I love throwing parties. So like my reception has to be a party. Like it has to be a party. To the point, like we eat cool, like what's hurry to eat so we can party. And that's it. Like I'm here for the reception, okay? Like
Yeah.
that's all I'm here for.
I'm mad you missed my wedding because you missed the reception. Because that shit was a
Man,
whole
listen.
fucking that shit was a whole event.
I'll be on somebody's table at your. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be like. I don't know if y'all see the little TikTok where the dudes be like how it started and they sober, and then they get carried out. Hey, I'm trying to be carried out. But I ain't gonna hold you.
Listen,
Yeah.
I mean, to be
But
honest,
I like some of the amenities that y'all talking about though. Like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't get to drink at the wedding as much as I wanted to, but that was because, man, you still got to greet everybody that's there. Like you got to thank everybody for coming, and that fucking whole lap around the building three times.
No. Bullshit. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Hey, thank you for coming out to my wedding. I appreciate one of y'all. I wish I could come around and shake out one of y'all hands. COVID,
Listen,
so I can't
tried
do
that.
it. Hey, so,
He said COVID. Hey, that's smart.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Because I tried that shit. I tried that getting on the mic shit. That shit didn't work. Motherfuckers was coming up to me every fucking 2 seconds.
so that's different. So listen, because it's gonna be a window. It's gonna be a
Every
window.
every time I tried to
come
walk
up
to
to me,
the
that
bar,
we in because with that music, hey, hit the dance floor. Y'all get your little first dance in, whoopty whoop, bro. Ain't no time to be shaking hands and do autographs. Y'all missed that when I was signing autographs earlier. Ain't got time for that now.
Let me say something. People don't give a fuck about that shit. Listen,
Okay.
I did the dance with my mom. I danced with Tosh on 3 different songs. And then I tried to sit down and eat, and everybody came to the fucking table and talked to me. Then I got up and I'm trying to walk to the bar. I kept getting pulled every other direction than the goddamn bar. Listen, the problem I had, the best thing I ever had was motherfucking Sean Span coming to me every 10 minutes trying to hand me a drink. That's the best thing that happened.
That's all I need.
That was the best thing that happened.
I need to have a drink. I don't need to walk into no bar. So that's another thing. When it comes to these parties or whatever, like, y'all, well, you haven't seen it yet. we'll get you to come to one of these little shindigs I throw. But like it's like legit, like you got the little mingling time. Like everybody like chilling, whatever. Everybody first get there, whatever. Same thing. We introduce the wedding party, whatever. That's when we eat. That part from that point, everybody say what's up, whatever. Boom. After we eat, everybody get your little mixing, whatever. Hey, Reggie, side note, I'm gonna treat it like a military ball. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna treat it like a military ball. We get a certain time to mix it, you eat. We say, hey, cheers, do your little whatever. After that, but it's time to turn up, bro.
You gotta have
Like,
people get a toast. You know, you gotta have your best man give us toast.
I got two toasts. I got two toasts. Okay. One from either the mom Dukes or whatever, and the best man. That's it. I ain't got nothing else after that. Like, I want to hear. I got another toast. No, bro, we ain't about to do this shit all night, bro.
Yeah, we only had. So we had my best man. C gave the toast, and then my dad gave a toast.
That's all I need. I only need like two people.
Yeah, my dad got up there and gave a toast. His toast was kind of classic. That shit took me out. Like I didn't expect that shit. I didn't even know he was going up there. That nigga walked to the bike on his own.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. Like, wait, that shit almost broke a tears in my eye. I didn't even catch that man. You know, but yo, weddings are fun, man. They supposed to be a fun day. It's not supposed to be leading up to it is serious, like trying to make your guest list, trying to figure out where you're having it at. All that shit is hard. But once you get to the day itself, it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It should be a lot of fun.
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be. Man, this was a great pod, man. This was a fun pod. Man, y'all both made this joint extra great today. And I just had to sit back and just steer the ship. I ain't really had to talk. Y'all took care of it for us. So, your coach's favorite coach, man. Let these people know where they can find you at. Tell them about your show. Tell them about your socials, all that, man. Get it going, man.
For sure. Once again, this is one half of the dynamic duo. This duo was cool, but we dynamic. The Two Kings 215 podcast, you know what I mean? Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Breaker, Pocket Cast. We in a bunch of places and trying to get in a couple places more. You feel me? Two Kings with a Z. I forgot to say that. I got to make sure I got that straight. Two Kings with a Z. Two, the digit, Kings with a Z, 215 on IG. On Facebook, it's spelled out TWO, Kings with a Z, 215. Come check us out. We trying to get these brothers on before our first season is out, and then get them back. Hurry up and get them back on when season 2 comes. We got a couple of things, you know what I mean, in the wings that we're working on. Shout out to my partner Ace. You know what I'm saying? Without him, I wouldn't be able to do the show. So shout out to him. Shout out to our unofficial third host who, you know, I'm gonna pedal her on this show. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna push her to get on the show, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
AKA Big Meesh, you know what I'm saying? Just JusBNMEME on IG. You feel me? Yeah, that's where y'all can find us at. Coach Nari on IG. That's NIRIE. Coach _NIRIE on IG. That's about it. Yeah. Once again, thanks for having me back, y'all.
Oh man, thank you for coming on. We definitely gonna come on your show. I think I'm supposed to come on. I think I'm supposed to come on this Wednesday, right? That's the move this Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Yeah. JB the Kid One.
A lot to get y'all both on.
JB the Kid One, you got anything for us before we get out of here?
I wish I had an elaborate speech like my man's down there, but I don't. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. This was definitely hands down my favorite episode. Like I ain't laughed this hard in a minute. We ain't gonna hold you. I just like talking with people like from back home for me personally, because like everybody always says I have a southern accent. That when I start talking to people from Philly, it's just like the shit just oozes out of my pores. So like I feel like I'm back. It's like John is like my favorite word all of a sudden. Like I feel like I'm back home. You know what I'm saying? Lace up my tennis. What's happening? But anyway, yeah, facts. But No, this was a great episode. I just liked how just like John said, we just sit here, we just have a conversation. That's it. It's like just having a conversation. Appreciate everybody that's been listening in, tuned in, following us. You know what I'm saying? Go follow the Kings podcast. You know what I'm saying? I tuned in. You know what I'm saying? I tuned in when I'm at work, when I'm supposed to be working or whatever, I be listening, whatever. I gotta say, bro, I gotta get on there, bro, because y'all be talking.
Got to. You got to.
Yeah.
We need you
Hey,
on there, bro.
Yo. But seriously, like, go check them out, though. It's real life over there. I'll tell you that. Y'all ain't seen the episode yet. Oh, I was shocked. Okay, I was
Listen,
shocked. I just said, I put it like this: I was listening without headphones. Hey, that wasn't the move. That wasn't.
No, it's not.
That wasn't the move. But
It's
nah,
not. Y'all
but
do me
yeah.
a favor before we go. Y'all both give y'all favorite episode if y'all have one so far. Give y'all
Hot
favorite
97
episode.
freestyle. I give you my Hot 97 freestyle. It's my favorite episode.
Man,
I can tell you right now, Hot 97 freestyle is my favorite episode because you be spitting some bars on that one.
was it Hot 97 the last one you did?
No, that was
Okay, no. Whoever the last, I just really watched the last one.
What was the last one I did? I forgot what that was named.
combustion.
Spontaneous combustion,
Combustion.
and then we just had one.
I just watched one at the beginning, I watched the episode, or was it today, Sunday? So like last Wednesday, I think I watched one. So I don't know the title, I ain't gonna lie. I just remember being at work and there was some things that was said out loud and I said, oh shit, I gotta put my headphones on. And like
It might have been spontaneous combustion then. Yeah, we was doing
it probably was, because I was like, oh shoot, put me in there, coach. I want to say something. Hey,
Right. I be at work
Man.
listening to y'all jaw like, yo, I gotta get on here. So yeah, man.
Listen, we got Reg on this time because he said something, but I'm definitely trying to have both of y'all on at the same time to represent for this podcast. B on the clock, man. Anybody who's here for my podcast, be on the clock. Stop playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So definitely, for our first time listeners, last time listeners, man, we thank y'all for listening to this episode of B&B on the Clock. You know, you guys can follow us on all our socials at JB the Kid. One is the Kid at Coach Reggie. At Coach Reggie is my Instagram handle now. Man, listen, you can follow us on all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, iHeartRadio, and soon to be on Amazon Music.
Hey,
another streaming platform we coming to. Listen, man,
Let's
we
go.
on here. We working.
Amazon
Man,
Music.
Listen, once again,
Call
thank
me
you
Mr.
to
Prime.
Once again,
prime time
man.
for real.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Once again, thank you to my cuz, Coach Nari, your coach's favorite coach from the Two Kings 215, man. We greatly appreciate you coming on the show. To all our listeners, man, we greatly appreciate y'all for listening to us, following us, staying on the clock with us all the time, man. Until next week, we see y'all later. JB K1, yeah, there we go.